Alright, we should be live now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, we should be live now. Okay, audio sounds good. Just set it up in Discord and then we'll start. Alrighty, let's get the fun underway. We have 3 games on tap, and then we will simcast the other games for the purpose of suspense, even the games that don't really matter so much. So let's review the schedule so far. So, do we want to simcast all the games first, or do we want to watch? I feel like we should watch first and then simcast. I think that'd be smarter. So the first game we're watching is the Snowhawks and Rams. Both teams need to win. Well, I guess the Snowhawks could lose and make it. That's not going to happen, though. If Portland wins, they're probably in. Maybe. And the Rams have to win to have an outside shot. Jaguars and Caps. If the Jags win, I think they're good. Columbus playing for seeding. And then the game of the day, the Cardinals and the Diablos. Both teams clinched their division last week, but last year's #1 pick, this year's #1 pick. Diablos get the top seed with a win. Cardinals playing for the 3 seed, I believe. What's good, Jax? What's good, Crockett, Nick, Apple, Pokemon, Boomy? What's good, fellas? Made NCAA Basketball 21 for Next Gen. Nice, nice. Watching the Jays as well. Cool. Yeah, the Next Gen 2K, they actually did a really good job, in my opinion. Whereas Madden is literally the exact same game. But I applaud 2K. They made changes, and in my opinion, for the better. You have to hope we win. Yeah, because both you and Arizona is playing for the 3 seed. So the first game is the Rams and the Snowhawks. Who is home? The Rams are home. Okay, so Portland is 1 and LA is 2. Siri, are you ready for some craziness today? Siri says, I don't have an answer for that. Is there something else I can help with? Okay, Siri, give me a number between 1 and 2. Give me a number between 1 and 2, Siri. 1. Okay, that means we'll be using the Portland Snowhawks. Both teams are currently out of the playoffs as we enter Week 17. Would Portland be the 8th seed? Hold on, because it's New Orleans 6 and London 7. Yeah, that 3 seed in the NFC is going to be really important. I would not want to play the Bucs in the first round if you don't have to. So, Portland is listed as, they're listed as the 9. Wait, no, they're listed as the, hold on. Green Bay's below these teams. What's the tiebreaker for wild cards? Hold on. Let's Google this. Again, I don't know how much Madden cares about tiebreakers. Head-to-head, best, winning percentage inside the conference. Okay. All right, conference. So NFC wins. The Packers are 5 and 6, 6 and 6, 8 and 4. So the Niners should be in ahead of the Saints, unless the Saints beat San Francisco, which we can check that. Seahawks are 6 and 5. Okay, so Portland I think would be the 9 seed as of now. So they need to win, and they need 2 of San Francisco, New Orleans, and London to lose. But has the Saints beaten the Niners? That would be nice to know. They just did last week. Okay. Okay, so the head-to-head tiebreaker goes right there. So Madden's doing their tiebreakers correctly. Good. Scared me there, EA. Scaring me. Gershon struck at Ufeta. That Blue Jays infield's going to be good for a while. Alright, I don't want to wear the Seahawks away jerseys because they suck. Do we just want to go with the home jerseys because these are actually really cool, whereas the away jerseys are absolutely pitiful? Once again, do you ask? Yes, I did change your depth chart. So all the depth chart changes are correct. You have all your backups in. Only 3 X Factors. They're all on defense. Derwin James, Cam Hayward, and Vic McAllister. Superstars Quentin Nelson, DeForest Buckner, Justin Tucker, Kyler Murray, and Rigoberto Ramirez. I don't think we've seen the Rams in a watch game, like, ever. So that's fun. Groshane. Okay. I've never said his name before, so that makes sense. I got it wrong. Mans was ignoring you. Oh, I did not see your message. I apologize. I feel like Flash Gordon, the CFL, is cheating. Why is Josh Gordon in that league? Like, come on. He's an NFL talent playing in the same league as Johnny Manziel. So, yes, I agree with you. That should not be allowed. Good for Josh Gordon for playing professional football, but, I mean, if he's playing pro football, he needs to be in the NFL. Not, like, arena football, but even lesser than arena football. Since the Chargers moved out of Los Angeles, the Rams are the only team that actually gets to use SoFi Stadium, which is kind of odd. No worries for you guys. Not really. I mean, you'd certainly like to get that 1 seed, but at worst you'll get the 2. So at worst you'll play some NFC team who's snuck in. And it could be Portland. CFL is good. CFL is probably the 2nd best professional league, at least that I can think of. Outside of the NFL, is the CFL, like, the next best? It probably is. I guess you can make a case for the XFL, but the XFL technically doesn't exist right now, so I don't know if you can really count that. Did you clinch your division? No, you guys are tied with Houston for first at 9-6. You guys do have the tiebreaker over the Texans, I think. So as long as you guys win today, you should win the division. You guys have already clinched a playoff spot, though. I think at worst case, you'll be the 5 seed. You'll finish as the 3 or the 5, probably. Because I don't think you'll drop to 4, and I don't see you guys moving into the top 2. Well, I guess you guys could move into the top 2. I was in the Cougars are what, 10-5? I think. So I guess it's possible. CFL is clear behind the OFL, yes. Thank you for correcting me and my stupidity. The OFL is first ahead of the NFL. Wonder how Kyler's going to do today. He's either going to absolutely dominate or absolutely suck. There's no in between with Kyler Murray. Last year, the Snowhawks got off to a really good start. Then they sucked the second half of the year and missed the playoffs right at the last moment. And that could happen this year, but this play is not going to help that happen. A 66-yard touchdown run for, I presume, Miles Sanders. And Portland is on the board very quickly. Well, that's one way to start off the game. A minute in, Portland with a touchdown. So they're going to be giving their all today. The Rams need to win, and they need a lot to happen in order to possibly make the postseason. Wish Madden allowed custom teams created. You'd make a CFL league. Madden needs more relocation customization. I really hope they add that into Madden 22 franchise mode, which I totally won't. But I would love to rebrand every team like I do for 2K. That would be so much fun. I mean, I guess I wouldn't be rebranding them since I don't make the jerseys, but having everyone in different jerseys like I do for 2K would be really cool. What games are we watching? So obviously this is the first game, the Snowhawks and the Rams. Then we have the Jaguars and the Caps. And then we're going to finish off with the Cardinals and Diablos. You don't want to play Portland in the wild card round. If I was you guys, I would not want to play Portland or San Francisco. I would rather play New Orleans, although Jimmy Garoppolo has turned into literally the second coming of Patrick Mahomes the past 2 weeks. London, I don't think London's all that good. And the Packers I don't trust, although if I were to rank them, I would say San Francisco 1, Portland 2, Green Bay 3, New Orleans 4, and London 5. London might be the most talented, but they're just not that good in this game. Deshaun Watson, I don't know why, he's just not good. Who is Apple playing? I don't know off the top of my head. Here, let me find the schedule to see who you and the Colts are playing, because I know you're not playing each other. Otherwise, we would definitely be watching that game. I know you guys are playing the Cougars, which is a tough game, and the Colts are playing the Raiders. That's right. So both the Colts and the Texans have tough games. The Cougars are fighting for the 1 seed. The Raiders are fighting for a playoff spot. Don't want to play London or Tampa? Yeah, I would definitely not want to play the Bucs if I was you guys. Tampa Bay is pretty much a lock to get the... Well, they haven't even clinched the playoffs, so I don't know if I'd say they're a lock to get the 5 seed. But if they win, they will get the 5. If they lose, then things get interesting. They should still make it with a loss, but it's certainly not a guarantee with all the 8-win teams. But assuming the Bucs do get the 5 seed, yeah, I would not want to play. I think the Bucs are certainly the best NFC wildcard team, since all 4 NFC divisions have already been clinched, right? Cardinals did, Caps did. Yeah, all 4 NFC divisions have been clinched. So that means the Bucs are the best wildcard team. Go Raiders per usual. Lucario needs his Raiders to come up clutch. Did I make you the starter? Yes, I fixed the quarterback depth chart for Houston, so you are now the starter. You've never beaten London? Well, they swept you guys this year, but those were both in sim games, so maybe in a watch game it'll be different. Although, I feel like London would be better in watch than sim. I don't know. I feel like they would. Think you'll have a good offseason? Yeah, this is certainly a big offseason for you guys. You certainly improved this year, and obviously with the quarterback drama in Indy. Who would I rather as my starter in this league? Isaiah Thomas or Jared Goff? Probably Thomas, yeah. Jared Goff is really good, but I mean, IT's younger, he has a better dev, and he's a user, which means A, more fun, and B, he'll be cheap for contract. So, whereas Jared Goff, once he needs to be paid, he won't be cheap. So yeah, I'd definitely rather IT. Is Lambeau starting? Yes, Lambeau is still your starting quarterback. Sim Colbert versus Cougars. Who you got? It's a tough one. I mean, the Cougars are a really good team. I don't know. I just have a gut feeling Houston wins that game. IT is better overall. Yeah, I know they're around the same range, but I think you might be right. Gonna be honest, you'd rather play Portland than San Francisco. I mean, between those 2 teams, it's close. If I was you, I would rather play Portland too. I think San Francisco's really good. 4th and 1, do you go for it? I mean, you're playing for a playoff spot. I think you have to go for it here if you're the Rams. I know you're up to 7, but I would go for it here. But outside of Tampa Bay, the wild card team in the NFC I would not want to play is San Francisco. Because I think if San Francisco's on, they can be really good, but the only thing going against them is that Madden absolutely hates Husker. So that could be an easy win, but I think San Fran is really good. Sim Colbert plays like an 86 rather than a 56. IT's an 81, Goff is a 76. Yeah, there you go. So Isaiah Thomas, rating-wise, is literally better. Although ever since Thomas got his upgrades, he's been a lot worse, which is really weird. He was a beast at a 70, and now that he's like an 80-ish, 81, he's not been that good. I don't know if there's a coincidence there or what, but I don't know. It's weird. You versus Huskers, the classic EA hates you ball. EA's gonna have to pick somebody to win there, believe it or not. Just got 2K21, sweet. Third and 6. Kyler has not started off too bad today. I mean, he hasn't done anything today. Yeah, that was his first pass. Why did I say Kyler has... I mean, technically Kyler hasn't been bad because he hasn't had to do anything. EA's going to find to make both teams lose. That'd be funny. And had the Eagles replace them in the playoffs. Madden's going to make both teams forfeit and had the Eagles move on. Butler won? Wow. That's a big deal. Really, any team at the top losing for us is good news because now that we're legit again, I'd say we're fighting for a 3 seed. Possibly a 2. I don't want to get carried away. We're not getting a 2 seed. Calm down, man. Calm down. Second and 7. Singletary gets nothing. That'll do it for the first quarter. 7-3. Portland leads. Both teams fighting for their playoff lives. A loss officially eliminates the Rams. A loss pretty much eliminates Portland. Actually, a loss does officially eliminate Portland because they're like the 9 seed right now. So if they lose, they can't get any better. So Whoever loses this game is done. Who wins in a matchup? Husker versus Husker. I'm taking versus. Husker loses, but the Thunderbirds have all those players. And all those players get hurt. Yeah, I'd say that's a loss for both teams. Should they could do bracketology? Cool, cool. 2nd and 7, it's Rigo. To the 48, Justin Herbert, 7 for 8. We have not watched for Rams, so I don't know how Herbert doesn't watch, but so far, so good. Rigo Bertez had a nice game himself.
Incomplete. Intended for Kendrick Bourne. It's 2nd down and 10.
2nd and 10, back to Rigo. Rigo's been a beast today. Now it's 3rd and 2. Are they going to run it? No, it's going to be a pass. Herbert connects to, I don't know who the Rams receivers are off the top of my head. Is that Tyler Lockett? It is Tyler Lockett. Okay.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Do you know Michael Pittman Jr. has a YouTube channel? Yes, I do. I think his brother, who plays on Oregon, has one too. 1st down. Herbert eats it, and it's caught by 84. I don't know who you are, good sir. Kendrick Bourne. I don't know anyone else who has the last name Bourne, whose first name starts with a K. Dude, Kansas is a 2 seed? Yeah, I don't see that happening. I mean, our midseason slump prevented that. Lockett for the touchdown. Rams on top now. Justin Herbert is wheeling and dealing at the moment. The Rams have had the ball pretty much the whole game. The first drive for the Snowhawks was 2 plays, they scored, and then the next drive was a 3 and out. So Portland's had the ball for like 5 plays. That's kind of wild. And the Rams have had 2 pretty long drives, so they are dominating time of possession, to say the least. Going to start the run for Miles Sanders. That should have been a loss of yards. He got like 6. Good play. You guys play Iowa today? Oof. Lockett, the almost Raven. Why did that trade go through again? I don't remember. Oh well. Easy dubs. You're playing Mr. Garza. Cam Hayward's in the zone. Uh-oh. The lone X factor on this Rams team. That's a weird player to have as your best player, Cam Hayward. Not that Hayward's bad, but I mean, when he's your best player, I don't know if that's a great sign. The Rams do get a stop. Kyler Murray has -8 passing yards today. That was his first completion, and it goes for a loss of 8. Oof. What's good, RMP? Welcome. Lockett was the incorrect. That might have been it. Rams better than the Snowhawks. Well, they look far better today, I'll tell you that. Because he was an 85 and you listed him as an 89. Okay. I figured it'd be something like that. Rams can make it a 2-score game before halftime. Justin Herbert has a good 130 passing yards, while 123, while Kyler Murray is -8. So, on a scale of 20 to 35, how much are we beating Iowa today? $35. That's all? Only a 35-point win? What a disappointment for the Buckeyes. They should go home ashamed if that happens. Wink, wink. Nice pass. I mean, I know it didn't go for much, but he lofted that perfectly.
Out of bounds at the 48-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
2nd and 6. The Rams have really not ran the ball very well today. Derwin James is in the zone. Okay, okay. So we reached the 2-minute warning in the first half. Rams looking good. They lead 10-7. They also start the ball in the second half, keep in mind, I believe. Because the Miles Sanders touchdown was like the first one. I think it was the second play of the game. So, obviously, Portland started with the ball. 3rd and 7. Wide open. No coverage there at all. What are you doing, Portland? Don't you think that would just huge for Iowa?
First and 10 at the 20.
Well, that certainly goes to the Buckeyes' favor. I mean, Ohio State should win that game. They're probably the better team there. That should have been picked.
Herbert's pass intended for Tyler.
Found out a player on Illinois' the last name Cockburn.
Second and 10 at the 20.
I think it's pronounced Coburn, but it should be pronounced Cockburn because that'd be a lot funnier. He should change the pronunciation of his last name.
Herbert's pass intended for David Montgomery. Incomplete. Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
3rd and 10. Herbert for the end zone. What a throw. Justin Herbert is on another level right now. I think that's Laviska Shenault with the touchdown. Justin Herbert is an animal right now.
Graham Gano on for the extra point.
This game is looking ugly for Portland.
Makes the score Rams 17. Snowhawks 7.
Rams offense is cooking right now.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coleman said it was actually Cockburn, but everyone changed it to Coburn. Why? Why would you change that? For the memes. Wish they would add an O to show who's out. I agree. That would be very convenient. But Madden won't. That's Kyler Murray's first pass that has completed for positive yardage today. And there's a minute left in the second quarter. And there's his second. What's good, Ian? Welcome to the stream. Your Rams are looking really good so far. Justin Herbert has been incredible. Will this win, if the Rams do win, will it be enough for them to go in the playoffs? I mean, they're 7-8 right now, and how deep the NFC is. The Rams need a lot to happen to go in their favor, including a win today. But if they do win, then that's a good starter, and Portland would pretty much be eliminated with a loss. Okay, so now Kyler Murray's decided to show up for the first time this entire game. And now there's only 23 seconds and a half. Portland might tack on a field goal, though. Rams could be out of the playoffs, and you wouldn't know. That's true. I wish we knew.
It's now 2nd and 10.
But Madden's lazy bones. Kyler slides for the first down. They got to call time. All right, so you could go for the 51-yard field goal with Justin Tucker, or take a shot for the end. I think you just got to kick here. Take the points. What would happen if you put receivers on the O-line and linemen as receivers? Well, I would say it probably wouldn't go too well for your team's chances of winning, but it's Madden, so you never know.
The kick is good.
Tucker makes the field goal, so it's only a one-score game. I mean, Portland's not out of it. The Rams do start the ball in the second half, which is a big deal. And they're just going to knee out the clock. That's probably for the better. Good start for Herbert and company as the Rams try to keep their playoff hopes alive. Portland's hoping to as well. Loser officially eliminated. Winner does not clinch, but there's a shot the winner of this game clinches, especially Portland. But the Rams, I don't think they're mathematically out of it. You want the Snowhawks to lose? Yes. I would say pretty much everybody who has 8 wins in the NFC is rooting for the Rams. So if you're the Packers, the Saints, the Bulldogs, or the 49ers, you're big Ram fans today. Ooh, I want to see a yeet. We need to see a Justin Herbert yeet. He's had a few deep passes today that have worked. Herbert under pressure. Portland starts with a sack. Jalen Ferguson, I believe that is. I can kind of start to sense that the momentum of this game is shifting a little bit. Rams are certainly in the driver's seat still, but momentum is starting to shift. Don't really care about this game, although you prefer the Rams to win. Yeah, I mean, this game doesn't really affect Portland. It doesn't really affect Toronto that much, but I think you guys would be preferring not to play Portland in the first round. So, yeah, you guys should probably root for the Rams. Packers wanted the Rams to... No, the Packers want the Rams to win and the Snowhawks to lose. So, you guys are Ram fans. Want the Snowhawks to win? You think they're the weakest team in the hunt? I think they're the most untrustworthy team in the hunt. Because Kyler, you never know what you're going to get with him. So, that could go against the Snowhawks, but it can also go for the Snowhawks. Because I think, out of the teams in the wild card race, I think Portland has the best chance to make a deep run. But they also have the best chance to absolutely suck. So... You just never know what Snowhawks team you're getting week in and week out. Rams started this drive off kind of slow, but now they're moving it nicely. Lockett already with almost 100 yards today.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Herbert gets it to Rigo inside the 10. Rigo's having himself an awesome day. Herbert on first and goal, floats it up for Rigo.
Herbert's pass, complete to number 89. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal at the 8-yard line.
Second and goal, Herbert for the end zone. The Rams are up by 2 scores again. I think that's Tyler Lockett, who's been an animal in this game. Portland's chances are not looking good. They might miss out on the playoffs again after being one of the best teams to start the season, just like last year.
Makes the score Rams 24, Snowhawks 10.
Portland has to score on this drive or else they are in major trouble. I mean, there's a legitimate possibility the Rams could turn this game into a sim, considering they're up by 14. Portland's offense has done nothing today other than the one run by Miles Sanders. To be fair, Portland's barely had the ball, it feels like, but even when they have the ball, they really haven't done a whole lot. Better team, Toronto or Tampa Bay? I would say the Rays. I know they just lost Blake Snell, and I know Toronto had certainly better offseason, but I would still say Tampa Bay at this point. Although it is close. Singletary really went from being on a 5-11 team to an OFL contender to be traded to a 7-8 team. Poor guy. Poor soul. And on the flip side, Chris Carson was on the worst team in the league last year, and now he's on arguably the best. Second and 9, Miles Sanders with a good gain.
Murray's pass, complete to Miles Sanders. It's a gain of 17.
Bowie, the Rays were 2 games away from winning the World Series, and for the most part, outside of Blake Snell, they have a lot of their core back. So, they should still be a very good team. I'm not saying Toronto's going to be bad. I'm just saying that I don't know what we're going to get with them. I trust the Rays to win 88 games more than I trust the Blue Jays to at this point. I do think the Blue Jays probably have the higher ceiling. I'll say that. Better team, the Indians or your local YMCA softball team? I would definitely take the latter there. Except when the Indians are playing the Tigers. But other than that, the Indians against the other 28 teams, I would pick the YMCA softball team. The Snowhawks need to keep the ball in Miles Sanders' hands. I know he hasn't really done anything since that long run, but they need to have the ball in his hands. You say the YMCA softball team, I think we would all agree. Their 2 best pitchers and 2 of the 3 best players who led them to the World Series are gone, but they still have the rest of their core. They have a full year of Randy Arozarena. Their farm system's absolutely loaded, which I know doesn't have a ton to do with this year, but maybe they might get some of their top prospects up and have those guys make big contributions. and I don't fully trust Toronto's rotation. They have Ian Jinryu, who's great, but I still don't think their rotation is as good as Tampa Bay's, even without Snell. Cleveland still has Bieber and Ramirez, and not a whole lot else. So, I mean, once those two guys are inevitably traded, they will officially have nothing. 3rd and inches. Kyler has 69 passing yards. I didn't even notice that. 4th and inches. You're down by 14. Why are you kicking a field goal with 8 minutes to go? What a dumb call. You're playing for a playoff spot, and you kick a field goal on 4th and inches when you're down by 14 with 8 minutes to go in the game. That is despicable. Portland ought to be ashamed of themselves for that. That's disgusting. Now I hope Portland doesn't make it just because of that weak call. That's absolutely disgusting. Both teams have scored in every quarter. That's kind of wild. What's good, Crockett? Welcome back. Woo! Can't wait to mix for playoffs. Aha! So much fun. Well, I suppose this is a good start for you guys with Portland losing at the moment. But knowing how Matt and Huskers' relationship, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a missed playoff spot in the future for San Francisco. Ramirez takes up one of the 9 batting spots, and Bieber pitches once every 5 days. You're not wrong there, Chief. Only have one weakness, not including Charlie. Well, Kevin Cash is also a darn good manager. I know he totally fumbled the Blake Snell situation in Game 6 of a World Series, but other than that, he's darn good. If you play me in the wild card round, please just fold up and let us win. That will be a really good game for the wild card round, I will say. 3rd and 18. Portland needs a stop, or else I think they're in deep trouble. Herbert's had a few nice 20-plus yard passes today. We'll see if he gets another one. Herbert has time. Incomplete. The Seahawks do get the stop. Okay. Portland's not quite done.
It's 4th down.
And now Portland has to score on this drive. The field goal is acceptable because that makes it an 8-point game. But they still should not have kicked earlier on their last drive. I am appalled by that play call. To kick a field goal down 14 on 4th and inches at the 25-yard line. That's just not right. And now Portland's going to win the game and make me look really dumb, aren't they? Penn is a sneaky top 5 Penn. I mean, didn't you guys lose Giles, though? To the Mariners, I think? I mean, I'm not going to act like I know top to bottom what the Blue Jays bullpen looks like off the top of my head right now, but Kyler somehow gets away from 2 sacks and will run for a gain of like 20, but he fumbles the ball! And it's picked up by Cam Hayward. That was the best bad play I've ever seen, and Hayward's hurt now. Kyler really did all of that, escaped multiple sacks, and ran for 20 yards just to fumble it. Got Romano, Nats. Oh, I forgot you guys got Kirby Yates. Yeah, that is a big pickup. That was a peak Madden play for both teams. That's so true. And now the Rams have another opportunity to potentially ice the game. Herbert with 3 touchdowns, 306 yards. Rigo's had a darn good game. 8 catches, 83 yards. If he took it all the way, that would have been the best play of the year. I 100% agree with that. That would have been incredible. Yeah, Portland looks just about done now. I cannot see them coming back. Kendrick Bourne is now hurt. Cam Hayward, the former Buckeye. Tyler Lockett is 10 for 139 today. Wow. 1st and goal. Herbert for the end zone. Incomplete. That blue end zone, the blue really standing out in the end zone made it really hard to tell if they caught a pass there. They've thrown the ball 30 times and they've ran it 10. And that is actually smart because their passing game has been really good and their run game has been terrible.
Herbert's pass intended for Richie James.
Touchdown does sim it, yeah. If the Rams score a touchdown, that turns this game into a sim. 3rd and goal. And they get it, I think. Yes, it's a touchdown for Tyler Lockett, who I think has 3 receiving touchdowns today. Good Lord, if you started Tyler Lockett in fantasy, you're winning yourself a fantasy championship. All right, so the Rams are now up by 18 points, and that means we'll be simming unless the Snowhawks do something miraculous in the sim. The even more version of inconsistent of Kyler Murray is Kyler Murray in the sim. So now we really don't know what we're going to get with them. Snowhawks do score a touchdown. Why wouldn't they go for 2? Rams recover the onside kick. Yeah, we'll keep simming. If it really gets interesting, we'll hop back in. Did that just say it was 1st and 1? I don't think I've ever seen a 1st and 1 in my life. 3rd and 2, they got it. That's game. That pretty much does it. $14-point game. Snowhawks, yeah, that's it. LA wins. Let's get to the games that actually matter. This game mattered. So, Portland is done. The Rams still need a lot to happen, but they do keep the playoff hopes alive. If the Saints and Packers want to lose, that'd be pretty poggers. Yes, it would. For you guys. Justin Herbert was an animal today. He threw for 4 touchdown passes. Kyler Murray was not great. Miles Sanders was pretty good. He only had 8 carries, though. Tyler Lockett was an absolute machine. 11 catches, 148 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Rigoberto Ramirez was very good, too. F's in the chat for the Portland Snowhawks, who started out... What was their record at the beginning of the year? Hold on. I know it was quite good. Just like last year, they were the last team to lose a game, and they missed out on the playoffs. This year, it was a very similar start, and they missed the playoffs. So, Portland is eliminated. I think the Snowhawks are one of the 7 best teams in the NFC, even if they suck in the second half of every season. Oh boy, times to lose to the Chargers. So exciting. All right, let me see Portland's schedule real quick, though. So, yeah, they started off 5-1 at the bye, and then things completely fell apart from there. Second straight year of second half implosion, indeed. This will be Marlon Humphrey's last game as a... Why would you trade him, though? I don't see a reason for you guys to do that. I understand you're kind of rebuilding, but... I mean, if you want star power, he's like your best player. All right, so who's home in the second game? I think the Caps are. Yes, they are. So, Jacksonville's 1 and Columbus is 2. Siri, can you give me a number between 1 and 2? Siri has picked 1, so we'll be using the Jaguars. Okay, I will say before we start, though, I don't usually make slider changes within the week, but I'm going to break my own rule here real quick. Kyler has 6 skill points. Wow. All right, we're going to break our own rule. So I'm going to make slider changes fair for both teams, so it won't really be skewing one way or the other. So the CPU QB accuracy has been like ridiculously high the past couple weeks. We're going to knock that down to 32. Just to make things even, pass blocking will go down. Actually, I have an idea. We'll move their pass blocking down 13 and their pass blocking down 10. So the change is even. All right, any specific jersey combo we want to rock with the Jaguars? They certainly have more choices than the Snowhawks, that's for sure. All right, we could go regular away. We could go alternate away. I know they have some solid throwbacks. We could go with the gradient helmet. Or one of the really old throwbacks. For superstars and superstar X Factors, again, only 3, just like the last game. TJ Watt, Joe Burrow, and Chase Young. Superstars, we got Trent Brown, Carson Wentz, Jerry Jeudy, Trent Boyett, Earl Thomas, Devin Bush, and Zendaya Washington. Oh, all teal. I didn't even think of that. That's a good choice. Do we want all teal? I'll vote for all teal. I don't object. Alrighty. If Jacksonville wins, I believe they clinch a wild card spot, because I think they're currently the 6th seed. If the Caps win, they should get the 3. I think. Stephon Diggs and Jerry Jeudy both have 69 catches. Hold on. Hold on. We got to take a screenshot of that. On the same slide, they both had 69 catches. That is really nice. All right. That's being saved forever, fellas. Thank you, Jeudy and Diggs, for giving us that beautiful picture. Here, let's put that in the memes for OFL real quick. They really both had the same number of catches. And not only that, but it had to be a nice amount. All right, so who starts with the ball? It looks like the Caps team. Diggs is hurt? Oh, yeah, you're right. He is hurt. So that means Diggs is going to finish the year with 69 catches. Nice. Now we just need the Jaguars not to throw the ball Jerry Jeudy's way, just so he could say at 69 too for the memes. Carson Wentz is at a darn good year. 3,800 yards, 32 touchdowns, 6 picks. He'll definitely be in the MVP race. And we're going to do awards here after the regular season. So the awards thing, I'm going to try to have set up today or tomorrow. And we're actually going to do it this year. Columbus has clinched the postseason. Aren't the Caps like 2-5 in their last 7 though? The Caps are not playing their best ball at the moment, but we know they're still a really good team, and you're not going to want to face off against Mr. Wentz. We've not watched the Jags this year, although they've had a really good second half of the season turnaround, and I think Jacksonville's a sneaky team who can make a run in the AFC. If they make it, which with a win they're in, I think, and with a loss, probably not. So Jacksonville knows they need to win this game. Not as important for the Caps, but they do want to get the 3 seed. They don't want to play the Bucs in round 1. As Chase Rouillet is hurt. Thought Cards and Diablos would have more votes in this game. I would have thought so too, but I see why people want to watch this game. I think it's a really good one. That should have been picked right in his hands. Is that Washington? I don't know how he dropped that. 3rd and 6. Another broken up pass. The Caps are going to have to punt it. We might have ourselves a what a punt. What a punt! Down to the 3. Who is your punter, Jax? Whoever he is, he needs a raise. Here's Joe Burrow, not having as good of a year as he had last year, but he's really picked it up the second half of the season. Jags clinch with a win, Caps clinch with 3 seed with a win. I think you're right.
Number 25, Alexander Madison, the ball carrier. Zach Cunningham on the tackle. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8. At the 4-yard line.
2nd and 8, another short run for Alexander Madison. The Jaguars, if they had a really good running back, their offense would be one of the best in the league. 3rd and 6, Burrow's first pass. Got to watch out for the safety, and he will throw it away.
Burrow's pass. Sterling Hoffrichter in punt formation. They'll take over 1st and 10
Braden Mann, okay. So that's not a surprise considering he is at start Ev. Why did Madden give him a star development in the first place? I know, I mean, most punters don't get drafted, and he actually got drafted, so that's still a little bit odd, though.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second.
Are the Jags or Caps using a trash can? Bang, bang.
James Conner on the carry.
Both defenses are looking hot. They've had a lot more offensive oriented games as of late, but so far today, both defenses are looking good. 3rd and 4. They do convert. It's Tremblay. How many fumbles does Malcolm Tremblay have? I've not noticed a fumble with him all year, which is wild. Maybe there might be a few that I've missed. Here's Connor again. Mitch Morse is hurt, so Columbus has already lost 2 offensive linemen because Rie already got hurt. Smirnoff better than... I mean, it's certainly close. They'll both probably be in the MVP vote because they're both really good. Malcolm Tremblay, what a run for 16 yards. All 5'6" of them, or however how tall it is. I know it's not a whole lot. The Caps appear to be in business. James Conner hasn't done a whole lot today.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Not much for Tremblay that time. 3rd and 8 now. That's the Tremblay we all know and love, or don't love. Can Columbus find the end zone? Wentz, incomplete.
Wentz's pass. Joey Sly on for the field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
Columbus does make the kick. They're on the board first.
Makes the score count.
It's the man with the legend Joey Sly. I'm surprised he didn't miss that. Colbert, over under 70 short accuracy in his prime. I would say under, yeah. I really am curious how good he'll be in his prime. Because he's probably going to go up like a total of, what, 8 or 9 ratings this year? I could certainly see him in the 80s. I don't think he'll ever reach the 90s, but I'm really curious to see what he looks like in his prime. Back with it. There's Madison for 1. Jacksonville trying to run the ball early. They're not doing a very good job, though.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line. Alexander Madison, the ball carrier. He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
3rd and 7. That should have been picked. That was right in his hands. Is that boy it? Jacksonville's offense looks terrible right now. You have Gus. Booby's willing to trade Gus for Bus? What? Gobert could be one of the weirdest starting quarterbacks in OFL history, not including the punters. I would agree with you there. I mean, the punters and kickers who've won games, I mean, I don't really know how to explain that. But if we're talking about pure quarterbacks, then, yeah. We've now had 3 special teamers win games as starting quarterbacks in this league. From OFL 20 and 21. Madden and their realism.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
Columbus has dominated time of possession so far. I mean, the Jaguars have had 2 3-and-outs, so that would make sense. Burrow has been very uninspiring. They haven't really ran the ball well either.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Final play of the quarter. It's not much for James Conner. Conner had 7 carries in that quarter. Wow.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score,
Who's better, Garoppolo or Keaton? Well, normally I would say Keaton, but It depends on what Garoppolo are we getting. Are we getting the last 2 weeks of Jimmy Garoppolo, or are we getting the very mediocre version of Jimmy Garoppolo that we all know? Because if it's mediocre Jimmy, I'm taking Keaton all day. But Jimmy Garoppolo has been the MVP of the league the past 2 weeks, so holy smokes, what a catch. How did he get that? Who is that, Connor? No, that's a wide receiver. That is Brandon Cooks. Wentz is now 6 for 9 because of it. Nice. Brandon Cooks just said, yeah, I have someone on top of me, but I don't feel like letting them stop me. Put his hand behind his back and still got it. Keaton has a career winning percentage of 100. You know what? I think you're right. Yeah. Third and 10. Jacksonville gets a stop. It's 4th and 4. 4th and 3 at the 37. I think they're going to kick the field goal. I would probably go for it here, to be honest. I mean, it is Joey Sly. He has the distance to be able to make him from 54, and distance kickers are better than accurate kickers in this game. So, maybe this is not a bad idea. He nailed it. Oh, he missed it! How are you supposed to tell if kicks go in or not in this angle? That definitely had the power. Yeah, it looked like it was wide left. That didn't even hit the mat. Or the net, not the mat. We need a Chuck in the draft sometime. People are nervous. You already know you'll lose in the first round. Well, it's not a guarantee you guys will lose in the first round. I mean, if you play some team like the Bills or the Jets, you'll probably win. Quiet start for Mr. Jefferson so far. He gets 14 there, though.
A gain of 14. And a Jaguar first down. Number 25, Alexander Madison, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 34-yard.
I see the Jaguars offense has finally decided to show up today. Joe Burrow does not complete a pass yet, though. That's Joe Burrow's first play where he's done anything. It's a gain of 1. It's just like the last game where it took like a quarter and a half for Kyler Murray to complete a pass. You have your state meet this week. Ooh, cool. Good luck. They've had 2 pass plays. The Jaguars' strength is their passing game, and they've just totally abandoned it today. Like, why is that?
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. Jerry Jeudy will not finish with that nice number of grabs, unfortunately. That's Burrow's first completion of the game, too. The Jaguars have played really badly, and they're about to take the lead with 3 minutes to go in the half. That's a little bit sad. And they start the ball in the second half, keep in mind. Madison fighting his way for the end zone. He gets it to 1.
Madison, the ball carrier. Stopped short of the goal line. A 4-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal now. Are they just going to keep running it? I mean, you're already this close. You might as well. Madison does not get in. And Larry Tunsil is hurt. That's not good news. Now 3rd and goal. They do get in. So the Jaguars are up. Even though they've played really poorly today. They're up 7-3. For whatever reason, I was thinking the Caps had 6 points. But yeah, Joey Sly missed the field goal. So they only have 3.
Makes the score Jaguars 7, Caps 3.
Seems like Alexander Madison's the only player who the Jaguars want to have the ball today. And he hasn't been very good, but they're still winning because neither of these teams are really deciding to try.
and 10.
Just got back from doing business.
7-yard line.
Ooh, ah. First down. Here's a good start to the drive. Okay.
Wentz's pass complete to Kyle Rudolph.
The Caps could really use a score here. I mean, this drive isn't make or break, per se, but it's as close as it gets to make or break. Second and 1, okay.
Kyle Rudolph. That's good for A.
Now they're doing some business. Wentz is 10 for 14. Carson Wentz hasn't been bad today. He just hasn't been really good at it. Very important business. Muy importante.
Wentz's pass complete to James Conner.
Columbus has all 3 of their timeouts, so they should definitely score on this drive. It's just a matter of how they will score and how many they will score. Wentz using his legs. He's tackled out of bounds. Stopping the clock at 54.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Feels like a shocker, but you need to give Tremblay the ball in the second quarter. Tremblay's been really good today, and Connor hasn't really been all that good. So, I would agree with that. Second and 5. Cooks, I think, scores the touchdown for the Caps. So Columbus is back up top. Their offense knew they needed to do something, and they did it.
Joey Sly lining up for the point after.
Kick is good.
Kick is good. Makes the score Caps 10, Jaguars 7.
The Jags have all 3 timeouts, though, so they could still do some damage here at the end of the half if they want to. The question is, if they're gonna. I think they should try to drive down field here and not run it. But Madden likes to be scaredy cats. Does anyone? I feel like not a lot of people are really looking for a quarterback. I think for the most part, everybody's happy with who they've got. Ooh, what a catch! That was Judy. You think that, but someone gives Tremblay the boom this game. That ball is going to be flying out. From the 45, there's Judy again. He's had a nice day. Has Joe Burrow completed a pass to anybody not named Jerry Judy? Uh-oh, he's in the zone. Here we go. Joe Burrow is in the zone, even though he's had a pretty bad half. That should have been picked. Yeah, Judy has all 3 of his catches.
Incomplete. Brings up second and 10.
Second and 10. That's not Judy, believe it or not. It's a fumble! It's picked up by the Caps. Kimoko Toure picks it up. I don't know who 13 is. I think that's Marquise Leg, who lost it. Oh boy, we got a booth review though. Burrow has X Factor. Yeah, Burrow had a really good year last year, and he would have been dead. That's not a fumble. You made it. Let's go. What's good, pro? I fleeced you? Yeah, I did not think Drew Lock was going to be that bad in Baltimore. I did not think that was a fleece at the time, but with how good Shaq Barrett's been and how not so good Drew Lock's been, that's been a massive win for us. Wait, what just happened? How did the clock get to 0? Did Jacksonville just not call a timeout? Okay, so it's still 10-7 here at halftime. I don't know how to explain that, but okay. Well, that's one weird way to end the first half. The Jags do start on offense, though.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Burrow is still in the zone. So that's good news for the Jaguars opening up the third quarter. I don't know what his zone ability is, but if it's good, that's a big deal, and he's immediately sacked by Hassan Reddick. Don't get how Burrow's in the zone. He has not done anything. I'm with you. EA. Blame EA. Joe Burrow has not been good today. He hasn't made really much mistakes, but I don't think he's been good, and now he's out of the zone. So there you go. 2nd and 20. Madison with a nice run for about 9.
Number 25, Alexander
That might be his best run of the game. Now it's a much more manageable 3rd down here. 3rd and 10. Burrow scrambling. He might run for a first down. That's going to be a flag on Joe Burrow. He threw it past the line of scrimmage. Doesn't really matter because it was incomplete, but you know, Burrow's past the line when he threw it. So instead of 4th and 10, it's 4th and 15. Wow, what a difference. So Columbus gets a big stop to open up the third quarter, and they can really, I don't want to say put the game away on this drive, but a touchdown would really be a big deal for them, putting them up by 10.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Handoff for Malcolm Tremblay. He gets off to a nice start. It's a gain of 9. He only has 2 carries today, but they've both been better than pretty much all the carries that James Conner's had.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Can Malcolm Tremblay return as the starting running back in the playoffs?
James Conner. That's good. 4-8. First and 10.
Conner has 25 yards, I think that's sad, and Tremblay has 24, but on 8 less carries. That's kind of sad. Nice catch. There's James Conner, I think. No, 89. Okay, that's definitely not James Conner. It's Kenny Stills. Hoping that you can be in the IT sweepstakes. That'd be a big get for you guys. I mean, IT can't necessarily force his way to the Colts. It is a CPU team that he's on, since the Chiefs coach is no longer a coach because he doesn't have the time. Now, IT can pick the Colts and 4 inactive coaches, and that way he could probably force his way to Indy. But I feel like that's such an easy way of exploiting the system, though. Like, Apple would just have to give up a 7th round pick then, and he could get IT, and that wouldn't really be fair. Conner, whoa, that was actually a nice run. He should not have gained positive yardage there, but instead he got the first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard
Gary brought him down. Good Gary. A jet sweep here. This one doesn't really work at all. Kelvin Harmon gets maybe a yard. Proposed that he would be giving complete control over who starts and who doesn't. Wow, that's a big deal. Real quick, check DMs. Okay. And I'll beat that with a 6. You get him, Pepperjack. Kenny Stills hurt. That's not good. I think whatever teams get IT should have to give up at least a 1, or in the Colts case, go off on a 2. I think that's fair. I think that's a fair trade. I think if it's not the Colts, it should be probably a little bit more than a 1. But I think go off on a 2 would be reasonable to have Indy do. And I think the Colts would certainly be. I think that'd be a good trade for the Colts. And for the Chiefs, they're not getting totally fleeced. That's going to be roughing the passer, so Columbus gets even closer to the goal line. Sean Dion Hamilton with the flag, then out of the 4. So Columbus starts the second half of a stop and probably a touchdown. That is a really big deal. Yep, the fullback got it in. I don't know who their fullback is, but Oh, it's Latavius Murray. Okay, well, he's not really a fullback, but I guess he's the fullback here. Naturally, ask Smirnoff before you make any trades. Well, that's probably a good idea. Keep your quarterback happy.
The kick is good. Makes the score 17. Jaguars 7.
Down 17-7. The Jags have to score here, or else they are in trouble. Their playoff hopes could be on the line today. They could hypothetically lose today and still make it, although that's pretty unlikely. Already getting more value for than IT for Marlon Humphrey, so easily could be part of the IT sweepstakes. Well, the thing with IT is you don't really have any great players you'd be able to give the Chiefs, and I don't know how willing you are to part with your first-round pick. So I think it's harder for you guys to make a deal than, say, the Colts at this point. Maybe you could make something work for sure, but it could be a challenge.
First down, Jacksonville.
Gain of 7 for, I believe, Njoku. He's been quiet. Would have liked to have the user quarterback, but you're not going to complain with Patrick Mahomes. Second and 3. Madison stuffed by TJ Watt. This might be the biggest play of the game here. 3rd and 3. If Jacksonville does not get a first down, they are in trouble. How good is IT? IT is a 79 overall with, I think he's a 70, somewhere between like a 79 and an 81. In that range with superstar development. Oh, wow. They did not get the first down. Trent Boyett, the rookie, with a huge tackle. And Jacksonville's in trouble. You know, they could have faked that punt. I probably would have gone for it there if I was the Jags. Or I would have at least considered it. Columbus starts at the 28 after a pretty bad punt. You don't get IT, you're going to look at Joe Holmes or Romer in the draft. If I remember correctly, I don't think either of them were first-round prospects, but I guess you could consider them. Because I know FG sent the list of, like, all the first-rounders, but other than that, I don't know. So I have no clue what rounds those guys are particularly in. Whatever money Mahomes wants, he's getting. Give him that stack of cash. Final play of the third quarter. It has been all Columbus in this third quarter. They have been really good. Now they are going to try to ice the game here in the fourth. Not ever trading Smirnoff, but if you did, it would be multiple first-round players, but you never trade them. Yeah, you guys don't really have a reason to trade them, so you shouldn't. 3rd and 4. Jacksonville has to get a stop. Might need to get on the action. Well, I mean, if you can convince IT to want to come to Memphis, then, I mean, I think if there's one team who really needs a quarterback, it is probably you guys. So that could be a reasonable destination. I mean, your roster is pretty well-rounded outside of the quarterback position. Could draft a quarterback, not seeing the need. Yeah, you guys have bigger needs, I'd say, than quarterback. I mean, you have 3 who are capable. Since the chief coach is gone, does his trade that he had planned still go through? Maybe. If it's super even, then yeah, it can go through. Next year, you got Deeps on. Do they call it Deeps? Or is that Dibs? I'm moving to Toronto. I think what I'm going to do is I'm not going to allow the same teams, the same relocation teams to exist, or the same teams who did relocate to move again. But you can still move to Toronto and take, I think the other ones are like the Huskies and the Mounties. So like, for example, I wouldn't let like the Thunderbirds and the Caps and the Diablos return, and the teams that relocated like the Broncos and the Vikings and the Falcons, they would all not be allowed to be relocated. Which kind of makes things a little bit complicated, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Put IT in division next year. Quarterback division of Mahomes, IT, Rodgers, and famous Jameis.
First down, Jaguars.
Probably Huskies. I think the Huskies have the best uniforms of the 3 Toronto teams in this game, personally. Although Toronto is one of the better relocation cities because all 3 teams have solid logos and jerseys, whereas some cities are just none. Oh my goodness, Jacksonville. This is still a game. Jerry Jeudy in the end zone for his 10th touchdown. What a throw by Burrow. This game is not over, fellas. No more San Diego Chargers. Maybe I would allow San Diego Chargers because they're still the Chargers. But outside of that, the Chargers might get the exception because they belong in San Diego. You're not scared to play an IT twice a year? I would be scared. This is good. Imagine if the Rams traded for IT or the Niners. Yeah, that would be pretty rough for you guys. I mean, those 2 teams don't really need quarterbacks. I mean, Justin Herbert and Dak Prescott aren't the most consistent, but if I was those teams, I would not get rid of my quarterbacks. Herbert was great today, obviously, and I think Dak is... Is he a top 5 quarterback in the OFL? No, I'd say definitely top 10. I don't know if I'd say top 5. Dak could be like a sneaky MVP candidate, though. Who, like, probably wouldn't win it, but could, like, sneak onto the ballot. I would say as of right now, the MVP ballot, in no order, would feature Smirnov, Mahomes, Wentz, Chippendale. Who else would be in? Who am I totally forgetting? Jordan Love, maybe. Goff, possibly. Probably not Goff, although he's close. Yeah, I could totally see Dak sneaking in that conversation. IT versus Smirnov would be one of the biggest rivalries. That would be true. Think it should be you can't relocate to become a team. You already had an OFL 21. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm saying. Like, all the teams who became teams here, like the Caps, the Diablos, the Thunderbirds, the Snowhawks, all of them, they're not allowed to exist in OFL 22, is what I'm saying. But I do think the teams, the NFL teams who moved this year, I do think those teams shouldn't move next year. Because just so we don't go 2 straight years without having teams like the Falcons and the Browns and the Bears and all them. No, I said Chippendale. I think I said him. Because he is deserving of being on the ballot. I don't think Phil should win MVP because he started the year off really poorly. But I think he belongs on the ballot, definitely. Why is Jordan Love getting so disrespected in the OFL as of late? I don't know. He's really darn good. I think he should be in the MVP watch. I don't think he should win, but I think he should be in the ballot. Who's the Raiders quarterback? The Raiders have Eddie Small, who's a solid rookie with starting. Jordan Love is a lock. I agree. He should be at least a finalist. Who do I think should win the MVP, though? That's a question. I feel like people are going to vote Smirnov because he's the user. I don't really have a problem with that. I think Smirnov, you could really make a good case, deserves it. That's tough. Especially if the Cardinals and Smirnov outplays Chippendale today. Second and 10, only 3:15 to go. If Jacksonville gets a stop here, they can drive down the field and win with a touchdown. 3rd and 2, they have to get this stop though, or else it's not too high. In your opinion, Wentz should win? I think Wentz is probably top 3. They're going to pass it. Wentz to the end zone, incomplete. Okay. Jacksonville could drive down the field. Oh my goodness, they're going for it. Hold on. I actually agree with this call. And it does not work at all. Wow. So Jacksonville's only down 3. They can tie it with a field goal. That's huge. Think we should do a user reward? Yeah, that's what we're doing. We were going to do it last year, but didn't, so that's what we're doing this year. EA's not effect. 144p is so painful, I'm with you. Columbus with no takeaways. Has there been an interception in either game today? I know Kyler had that fumble, and we had another fumble in this game. Didn't we? I know we had the one fumble that was reversed, but I feel like there was another one that I'm totally forgetting about. Betting on Jacksonville, I see. That's clear what he's doing, but Jacksonville's not doing too hot so far. Burrow has played a lot better as the game went along. I do have to give him credit. 3rd and 6. They got it. You knew something no one else knew when you picked Smirnov over Painter? What would that be? That Smirnov wanted to play in Arizona. I don't know. Oh my goodness, what a hit! Holy cow! Jerry Jeudy just got laid the hell out. Jesus. Oh my God. What a hit. Is that Earl Thomas, I think? Holy smokes. Wow. That wasn't just some weak fumble. That was just an abomination of a hit. Holy cow. So that's probably how this game ends. Earl Thomas absolutely murdering Jerry Jeudy. Just like Earl Thomas murders his threesomes. Oh, shots fired. Get the coffin ready. We're having a funeral. That'll do it. Yeah, that's game. Jacksonville's a timeout with 1:20, so they can't come back. That's it. So Columbus wins off of an incredible fumble at the end of the game. So the Caps at 11-5 will probably get the 3 seed, and Jacksonville finishes the year 7-9. They probably won't make the playoffs, although they still could. Turn out the lights, party's over. Wow, I have to see that hit again. That was just incredible. That's a football play right there, folks. Can we see it? Yes, we can. Thank goodness. All right, we got to see this one again. Boom! That's Earl Thomas, right? Number 29, I think so. Yes, it is. Jeez, poor Jerry. All right, one more time. Boom! We got to see this in fast motion, though. That's just, wow. 7 wins could get in the AFC. 9 wins in Week 16 is a must-win for you guys. Yeah, that's a good representation of these conferences. Why is Joe Burrow's rating so much better? Statistically, they played very similarly. I think Wentz was better, to be honest. James Conner, how did he have 82 yards? It feel like he had like 50. Malcolm Tremblay needs the ball more. Jerry Jeudy, 5 catches, 115 yards, and an absolute clobber of a fumble. Cooks with a score. Ready to beat me, Husker? Not pro. You got that one in the bag. Batten hates Husker. All right, now the game we've all been waiting for. Smirnov and Chippendale. The previous 2 number 1 overall picks face off against each other. I have decided that we are going to win because it would be peak AEA to have you guys miss the playoffs when 7-9 can get into the AFC. What if the Niners win and they don't make it and the Chargers do? That would be absolutely hilarious. Could the Chargers make it with a loss? No. Okay, so San Diego needs to win. That probably would have been a better game to watch than the first one. Oh, well. All right, I think we're home. Can I confirm? Oh, the Caps are 12-4. I thought they were 11-5 for some reason. So could the Caps go up to 2? Hold on. Because they lost to Toronto. Toronto's finishing with a higher seed than the Caps. But the Panthers are 12-3. I thought the Caps had 10 wins. They had 11. Now 12, obviously. So the Caps could go up to 2, I think. Or no, they were the 3 seed when they were tied with Carolina and Toronto, though. Okay, I think Toronto's getting the 3 seed. Jerry Jeudy probably got at least 2 concussions. 2? I think more like 5. Okay, yes, we are home. Siri, give me a number between 1 and 2. 1, so we'll be user in Arizona. This is the final watch game of the regular season. And then we're going to simulcast all the other games. We're going to start with the boring games, and then we'll get to the good ones. Alright, what jersey combo do we want for Arizona? Regular away, we could go with the black color rushes. Definitely want to wear the shiny helmet, though. Could go with, like, their reds. Do they have red pants anywhere? Yeah, they do. So we could go all red, we could go all white, we could go with the all blacks. All black, color rush, so all black. And before Husker says that the Chargers are in LA and OFL 21. And before we blow out LAC, but miss because the Packers, Saints, and Bulldogs all win. That would be pretty depressing. Alright, it seems like you guys want the color rushes. I agree, because those are like the best jerseys they have. Certainly no shortage of star power. Devontae Adams, Myles Garrett, Josh Jacobs, Von Miller. I forgot they had Von Miller, but yeah, they got him from the Dolphins. Fudge. DeMarcus Lawrence, Shaq Barrett, Miles Jack, Minkah Fitzpatrick, Alvin Kamara, Devin White, Johnny Hekker, Christian Kirk, Derek Brown, Jeff Okudah, Phil Chippendale, and Deontay Harris. You said that you think Toronto will get the 3 seed? I did not mean to say Toronto. Yeah, you guys are right. I think I must have meant I think Columbus is going to get the 3 seed. Because, yeah, you guys, since you beat Columbus head-to-head, so you can't finish lower than them, even if you lose today. Cardinals versus Octi. Where have I seen this before? Alright, well, let's go back to some good pleasure. Octi beating the Cardinals. Because I had many fun memories of doing this last year. And I wouldn't mind doing it again. And of course, the only 2 players who have been selected #1 so far in the OFL. Not counting the fantasy draft, so sorry, Mahomes. But the actual drafts. Phil Chippendale, the rookie for the Diablos, and Alexei Smirnoff for the Cardinals. And the fun thing is, these 2 teams look like they made the right picks. Chippendale and Smirnoff will probably both be in the MVP conversation. And there's a legit shot for either of them to win. When the Tigers lost to the Cardinals, well, the Tigers are going to suck again. So, I'm ready. Cardinals, Josh Allen, good times. Good times indeed. If you lose today, that'd be your first loss all year to an AFC team. I have a feeling we're going to win this game. I don't know why. If we do win, we clinch for 1 seed. We also clinch a 1 seed if Chicago loses. And they're playing Houston with Sim, Zachy, and Colbert. So, there's a legit shot that could happen. There's also a legit shot the Cougars could win because they're really good. And there's also a legit shot we could lose because I think us and Arizona are right on the same level. Dodgers are going to lose another World Series. That'd be kind of funny. We've watched 4 first overall picks play quarterback today. We've seen 4 #1 picks and a #2 pick with Wentz. And Justin Herbert was the last one of that group to be picked, and he was still at 6. I did not realize that, but you are right. We've seen 4 #1 picks. We've seen the last 4 #1 picks, technically, because Burrow and Murray were the previous 2 #1 picks entering the game. And then the first 2 picks in-game were Smirnoff in technically 2021, and then technically in 2022 it was Chippendale. So, that is quite cool. I think it's time for the Jays to blow the lead and lose. Wow, what a throw by Smirnoff. Both of these teams have very talented pass rushes. Here's Darren Waller. Hopefully Devin White just sticks himself on Darren Waller all game. That's what she said. But that would be nice. We need Devin White to be on his A game today, covering Mr. Waller. That should have been picked. Who had his hands on it? I don't know jersey numbers because we don't have last names on our jerseys, which again is super dumb. But blame EA for that. Second and 10, incomplete for Kamara. Let's kind of stop here on 3rd down. 2-2, 2 outs, up by 2 in the 7th. Wow, there's a lot of 2s there. The last inning. Oh, yeah, some spring training games are 7 innings. 3rd and 10. We stop them. They could go for the 58-yard kick, and they won't. I think this is a smart idea by the Cardinals to punt it. So, that makes me a little bit sad. Cardinal All Blacks, I love it. Oh my goodness, what a punt. I understand it's against us, but still, game respect game. Wow, down at the 1. So here is Phil Chippendale, who started the year off really slow, and ever since week 4, I think Chippendale's been the best quarterback in the league since week 4, and I'm not saying that because of bias. The only thing preventing him from winning MVP is those first 4 games. Never not wear these, Bacher. I agree. All right, let's not get... That's not just the 1-yard line. That's like between the end zone and the 1-yard line. We do have a good power back in Josh Jacobs, who's not in the game here on 2nd down for whatever reason. Our end zone font is sick, by the way. Smirnoff playing the chess. He missed all these throws just to pin you at the 1. 3rd and 7. Do we run it or do we pass it? I think we should pass it. That might be a little bit risky. I wouldn't be mad if we just ran it here. Okay, that's fine. Avoid the safety. I'm not mad at that. Carl Nassib hurt for the Cardinals. Here's Mr. Hecker. Don't get it blocked. That wouldn't be great. All right, good. No block. Cardinals are going to start with good field position, but wow, that was an incredible kick. Inside the 30, the Cardinals will start inside the 40. Because Johnny Hecker is a beast. Who is 21, and why is he so excited that he made a tackle on the punt team? Can you see your re-signings? Were you not here the first time when we showed them? Because if you weren't, then yeah, I'll show them. Because I only remember showing like 3 or 4 teams last time. So for those who did not see their re-signings at the end of last stream, who would like to, I can show them here. Punt Wars. Who is your punter? He has to be good for this to be a true Punt Wars because we have Hecker. You weren't either, so if you want to see him at the end, I will show him. 3rd and 3. Can we get a stop here, fellas? You left during last game? Okay, so yeah, I can show him at the end of the stream today. Smirnoff with a yeet, and it's incomplete. Why does Alexei Smirnoff not yeet it more? He is an absolute cannon. Can we show draft class overalls? I have not seen the draft class in its entirety, so. Thunderbirds versus Diablos will be the true punt war. Hecker versus Keaton. That one was almost a what a punt again for Gillian. All that deep accuracy just to miss a deep throw. I mean, he has the arm strength, he has the arm accuracy deep. He has to make that throw. That was right in one of our defenders' hands. Nothing for Jacobs. All right, can we throw it here on 2nd and 9? I haven't seen Chippendale throw a ball today, and I would like to see that. I would like to see Phil Chippendale throw some balls. That's what she said. 2nd and 9, Phil. Okay, oh, there's a pass, and it's completed to Hawkinson. I'm wearing my Hawkinson shirt today. How convenient. What's today's upload? Today's upload will be a Cavs video. And I have a special announcement early in the video that I think people are really going to like. Oh, we didn't get it. Yeah, we kind of have to punt here. I don't think we should go for it. Do we get another one a punt? I think so. One a punt. 2 punts inside the 5 today. 2 inside the 3. G League games? It is not G League games, no, but that is a good guess. What does the announcement tell us now? No, you're going to have to watch. It'll be right at the beginning of the video, though, if I were to guess. Like, that's, like, the first thing I'm going to mention, so. Yeah, that'll be uploaded later in the day. I don't know exactly when, but we'll see. Wow, Kamara fighting for yards. Good run. What the hecker? That's a good one. I'm going to have to steal that whenever time Johnny Hecker does something good. Storylines? No, it's not storylines. It's... I don't know if it's something you guys would expect, but it's not, like, totally outside the box crazy. But I'm sure you guys are really going to like it. That's all I'm going to say. New coach? No, it's not a new coach. It's funner than a new coach. Like, it's legitimately a fun announcement. Solid play there on second down. The Cardinals, despite starting at that field position, are really starting to get into an offensive groove. Incomplete that time. EuroLeague games, no. It's not necessarily showing like EuroLeague. It's not EuroLeague, it's not college. Although there is a prospect profile, so I guess there technically will be college and EuroLeague shown. Holy cow, Smirnov, you're a bad man. I don't care that was incomplete. What a throw. You just got back. What is the upload? The upload today is Cavs. The episode showing a prospect showcase game. No. I think it's funner than that. Although I think it would be kind of cool to have like a March Madness or something within the series. That's actually kind of a good idea now that I think about it. But, no, but you'll see. You guys are going to like it. That was literally an 80-yard bomb, yeah, and it was accurate. It's just that our corner, I think it was Okuda, just really good coverage there. Otherwise, that would have been a big play. He is 3 for 11. Eek. Not the Smirnoff we all know and love. I've noticed for all three teams that we've usered today, the Snowhawks, the Jaguars, and now the Cardinals, all three quarterbacks have started off really slow, but they played better as the game went along. Burrow definitely did. Kyler, kind of. So, although Smirnoff hasn't been great today, I thought it was the Cardinals, I wouldn't be too worried. Imagine not using College Hoops 2K8 for the prospect highlights. Expansion teams, it's not necessarily something that, like, totally changes the dynamic of the series, but it has, I'll tell you guys this, it's going to have to do with the episode after this one, and it's going to be really fun. But it's not something that, like, totally changes the outcome of the series. Like, it's not a big storyline or anything, but it's a fun thing that you guys are really going to like. Is San Diego 49ers sim? That game is a sim. For whatever reason, I thought it was a watch game this whole time going into the stream, but it didn't end up winning the vote. That's going to be one of the last games we sim, since both teams are playing for a playoff spot. Relocation, no. It doesn't totally change the outcome of the series. Playoffs of some sort, where we are pretty much at the end of a regular season, so maybe you're on the right track. And it's not that next episode is going to be playoff games. That's not the announcement, because that would be kind of unfair. Because this episode that I'm uploading today is the last one of the regular season, and me announcing that, hey, we're going to play playoff games next episode. No, it's not that. It's funner than that. Japanese basketball, just like I did for baseball. Another 4th and inches. Are you kidding? Go for it, please. Ref a 46. Go. Go. Yeah, they're not. I know. They're not going to go for it. What if we don't like it? Trust me, you guys are going to like it. Well, I guess we get to see Johnny Hecker again. That doesn't make me too mad. He almost had another water punt. I would have gone for it. We've had 2 4th and inches today. That's unlucky. High school basketball, no, not quite. It's not that we're watching teams from other levels play, although that is a solid guess. But it's not like high school, it's not international, it's not college. It has to do with the Cavs themselves, I'll say that. It's not G League, it has to do with the NBA team that we've assembled. You know how to make custom prospects on MLB The Show? Like, inside draft classes? Middle school basketball, bingo! I'm kidding. That'd be really funny, though. McDonald's All-American game. That's a really good guess. That's not the answer, but that would be a ton of fun to do. That's honestly kind of a good idea. I've thought about possibly for the Jaguar series eventually doing the Senior Bowl. That would be fun, and then for this series we could do the McDonald's All-American game. That wasn't what I was thinking, but that's a really good idea. You edit the prospects after they're drafted, yes. It's not Deontay Pierre. That's a good guess, too. I don't think you guys are going to get it. But it's not, like, totally something outside the door. Elementary basketball. No, it's before the womb basketball. Smirnov has 5 completions and 14 attempts, but he's thrown 98 yards. What an odd game. It's basketball. We knew it all along. How'd you know, pro? How'd you know? Wink, wink. Deontay will be back, Apple. Don't worry, but that's not what my announcement for that video is. Maybe I shouldn't have said something, because now that's what the past 5 minutes of this stream is going to be. We signed Tim Tebow. That'd be funny. Tim Tebow, the first 3-sport athlete to play 3 professional sports. I mean, he never made the majors, but minor league baseball is still professional baseball. Just tell us, no, it's not a trade. As I mentioned, it doesn't change anything with the dynamics of the future of the series, and it's not like some super big league-changing thing, but I don't really know how to explain it other than saying it, and I'm not going to spoil it. Unless someone gets it, and I don't think someone's going to guess it. GTA cutscenes? No, that's a good guess. I don't have GTA there. You want to see Octi raking bombs? We have a new mascot. That's a good one, but no. I wish you could make your own mascot in 2K. Couldn't you do that in like NCAA at one point? I know you can't for like the current team builder, or I guess the last team builder we had before they took it down. But I could have sworn at one point you could like create your own mascot. Josh Jacobs has not been very good today. Alvin Kamara has definitely outplayed him. NHL, yes, NHL. That's the game where you can make mascots. Yes. Kaylon Wallace with the sack. Our offense is not doing that well. Chippendale hasn't been bad, but we are just not doing good. Either rebranding or relocating. Nope. Maybe it's a New Jersey. Nope. Voice acting, sports takes by professionals like RFP. Nope. And 20 and 19. I know I had like an older NHL, like NHL 18 or something, where I had a relocation series that lasted like 2 episodes. I just don't know enough about hockey to have a successful NHL series. Like, I can maybe name like 10 or 15 NHL players off the top of my head. Chippendale's not throwing an incompletion, yet our offense is still set. Am I getting a MLB Show 21? Yes, I will. I plan on pre-ordering it pretty soon. I know the game itself comes out on 4/20, blaze it, but I know there's like a more expensive edition that comes out a few days earlier, so I'll probably get that one. Name them then? Oh dear. Okay. Patrick Kane, Jonathan Taze. Those are like the only 2 players I know on my favorite team. That's embarrassing. I shouldn't even call the Blackhawks my favorite team because I don't care about hockey at all. Pekka Rinne, is that his name? Tuukka Rask, PK Subban, Claude Giroux, Marc-Andre Fleury, Carter Hart. Okay, we're at 8. Wayne Simmons is 9. I know there. Alex Ovechkin, Sidney Crosby. How did I almost miss those? What's the guy who is being suspended because he hit a woman in Russia? Artemi Panarin? Is that his name? Brad Marchand. I know that name. We're at 13. Alright, I need 2 more. 2 more hockey players. Hold on, let's see here. Who am I forgetting? Am I missing some easy goalie? What's the guy on the Canadians? Like Carey Price? Is that his name? I don't know if that's his name. Do I know who DeBenicat is? Nope. Ethan Bear. I've never heard of that guy in my life, but he has a cool name. I'm forgetting a really good player. Oh, dear. What's that one guy who was good on the Angels? His name is Corey something, like Corey Hart. Is that his name? I don't know if he's still in the league. Carey Price, okay. MLB The Show's coming out 19 days after opening day. Yes, it is. I think partly because A, it's moving to the next gen, and also with the pandemic. I think that's why it's coming out later than it did last year. Starting a story mode for basketball, you should be doing better than Deontay. Wah wah. Who is the really good player I'm missing, Boomy? Oh, Connor McDavid, that's who it is. There we go. I think I got 15.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 19-yard line.
This half has flown by. We're at, like, past the 2-minute warning. They're going to kick the field goal. We scored 0 points in this half, and Chippendale did not throw an incompletion. That's kind of sad. How do you not get Lezeke? I don't know who that is. Sergey, I know who Sergey Bobrovsky is. I didn't think of them off the top of my head, but I know who that is. You want to make this idea? What idea? What you got up your sleeves, Chief? Okay, that first half was embarrassing. The Cardinals outplayed us by a lot. We did not play well in that first half. We contained Smirnov, which is good, but Kamara played well, and we barely had the ball. I mean, our offense just could not move it. He had 54 total yards today. Shivenikov, I don't know who that is, or if I pronounce it right. Make OLB league? What do you mean by that? It's like a sim league? Is that what you're saying? I butchered it? I know I did. I'm not going to get all these Russian names that I've never seen in my life before. Okay, offense. You guys sucked in the first half. It's time to pick it up in the second half. What if Chippendale completes every pass and we still lose by 20? Do we need Mahomes? Chippendale hasn't even been bad. He's 6 for 6. No, 7 for 7 now. He has not missed a throw. It's just that he hasn't been throwing downfield. And right as I say that, we get like a 21-yard pass. Beyonce PRO to the show. Baseball and brother of Beyonce. That'd be funny. Didn't even get Lafreniere. Oh, I know who Lafreniere is. Is he in the NHL? I know the name because he was the #1 pick. Okay, I recognize more names than I thought I would. The evil twin brother.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the Cardinals.
Here's when you collapse. I don't know about that, Chief. He is still not throwing an incomplete pass. Smirnov is throwing yeets and they're all being incomplete. Chippendale's throwing all these like 5-yard passes. How is that not a first down? I thought he got it. Oh, if we don't get it here, we have to go for it. And we'd be silly not to. Alright, that's not going to be an issue. Josh Jacobs got it. Good. Wilson Matthews, Elias Peterson, Joe Pavelski, Jordan Bennington, Max Domi, Morgan Riley, Philip Zadina, Nico Herscher, TJ Oshie, Ondrej Kase, Quentin Byfield, Jack Hughes. I know like 3 of those names, maybe, at tops. I recognize Jack Hughes, I recognize Austin Matthews, and I recognize Jordan Bennington, and that's it. Scotty Mitchell, I don't know who that is. Jacobs loses a yard. He has done virtually nothing today. Stahl, I've seen that name. Doesn't he have like a brother? I could be totally wrong. You know like 0 of those names? Jeez, he's 14 yards. Our rushing offense is a train wreck today. A lot of it's our run blocking. I mean, Jacobs hasn't done himself any favors, but the run blocking today has been a joke. Third and 13, we lose 2. Chippendale's averaging 7 yards a pass. Not a completion, per pass. That's, we're going to have to punt it here, aren't we? Yep. More Johnny Hecker time. Eric and Mark. Okay, I knew they were siblings. And Josh Uche is hurt. Yay. If we were the NFC, we'd be like the 6th seed. Which is sad because I seriously think we're the best team in the AFC. Even though we haven't looked like it today. 11 of 11, 0 points. My knowledge of football, basketball, and soccer is very good. Hockey, baseball, subpar. I know nothing about soccer. I might be able to name like 5 soccer players at most.
On the carry. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Atkinson, Lane, Fajono, Carrasco, Jones. I only recognize Atkinson. Corb's not come the ball much, but yeah, he has been good. This has been a weird game. But it's been a tight one. The Cardinals seem to be in control, but there have been no touchdowns today, which is a surprise because these are 2 really good offenses. A decent baseball, football, basketball knowledge, and baseball, you know, through very interesting YouTubes. We've shut down Devontae Adams for the most part, I guess. We can hang your heads about that. There's Kamara now. He gets it inside the 25. Smirnov has completed his last, like, 10 passes. I told you guys he was going to pick it up after the first quarter. Spreadsheet time for Sir Apple. Second and inches. Okay, good play. He got the first down. That's still a good play. By, I believe, Mr. Devin White. No, Shaq Barrett. Okay. Should stream spring training and preseason game when it happens. That's not a bad idea. Adams has had a very quiet 64 yards. I mean, he's now, I guess, 74 yards. He's been fine enough, but he hasn't really made any big plays. Why is Kamara so wide open now? He had like 10 yards of separation. If Smirnov had thrown it quicker, they would have scored a touchdown. 5-star corner just committed to Michigan. What an idiot. Still 6-0 after 3, but the Cardinals have a 1. Smirnov next for... Oh, they have it at the 3. Why do I think they had it for 1? They're in goal now. We kind of need to get a stop here. It'll be a 2-possession game regardless, and we don't. First touchdown of the game is scored by Alvin Kamara. Now the question is, do the Cardinals go for 2? I don't think they will, but I think they should. They will! Okay, I didn't see this coming. Imagine being a really good QB and you commit to Michigan. Rip NFL potential, that's so true. And they get it. So now it is 14-0. The Cardinals lead by 2 scores. The Russian strength of the Russian rocket. Yeah, but Pro still makes a point. You're back, had to go for a second. Welcome back, Boomy. You missed our defense actually start to suck because our defense is the only reason why this game hasn't turned into a sim. Chippendale's still not thrown an incompletion, though, as he yeets up an absolute prayer. There's the incompletion. It took Chippendale 3+ quarters to throw an incompletion. And we still haven't scored. Let's see, slowly settle back into his MVP form. Was he ever out of his MVP form, though? Navy Commission quarterback after Tom Brady. I cannot do that. Who has been the most successful NFL quarterback in the Jim Harbaugh era? I genuinely think it might be Shea Patterson because he might be the only one who's like been on an NFL roster. 3rd and 17, that should not have worked. It was only a gain of 2 though. Have I clinched? We have clinched the division, yes. So losing this game isn't the end of the world, but for seeding, losing this game means we probably won't get a first round bye. And if we won this game, we would have clinched the top seed. Chad Henne. I forgot Chad Henne went to Michigan. Jeez, that was not even close. So if the Cardinals score on this drive, they would turn this game into a sim. Which, considering they have it at the 20, I think they should. I don't really want to watch any more of our offense. So Arizona, please just score and put us out of our misery. And then we'll be starting to simcast. Okay, well, there's a good start. It took us a while to get a sack. Here's Josh Duche. The dynamic duo of Garrett and Barrett have both done nothing today.
A loss of 13 yards. It's second down.
2nd and 23. Kamara puts them back into field goal range if they were ever out of field goal range. I mean, at the 33, that'd be a 50-yard kick. That's no guarantees, but here they'll score.
It's a gain of 6.
3rd and 17. Complete. Not for a first down, though. They could go. They'd be dumb to go. They can just still make it a 3-score game with a field goal. Okay, that's what they're going to do. This is probably the right call.
A 29-yard attempt.
It's like 5 degrees Celsius out here. Let's go. Let me translate that into Fahrenheit so I can know what you're talking about.
Makes the score Cardinals 17. Diablos nothing.
According to the internet, it's 41 degrees. Yeah, that's pretty much what it's been around here. I mean, the snow is almost completely melted. There's been nothing but snow on the ground for the past, like, 3 weeks. It's kind of odd. Arizona going to give Mexico City the Waldy treatment and refuse to make this a sim. Well, thank goodness that did not happen. Almost short season. It's short season for me when it's 15 degrees out. Will we score a point in the sim? I think we will. I shouldn't be that optimistic, though. Oh, now we choose to drive down the field and the game doesn't matter. Okay. Okay, I see how it is. If we get a stop here, we might hop back in. Arizona recovers the onside. 3rd and 1. He loses 2. They're going to have to punt, aren't they? Yeah. Okay, it's a 10-point game. We'll still sim for a little bit. If we score on this drive, they'll probably hop back in. We have 2 timeouts, so we need to recover the onside kick, too. 3rd and 10. To go 1. There's 30 seconds left. So we're probably not going to win even if they score here, and we do. You'd be a bit concerned with the offense? I am. Arizona recovers the onside kick, so that's game. GG, Nick. Good win for you guys. So, we sucked in the watch portion of the game, which entering the playoffs is very concerning. In our first watch game, though, we were really good. So that does leave me optimistic. And obviously, the AFC isn't the strongest. I think the Cardinals are better than everybody in the AFC. Imagine using the metric system. So the Cardinals finish 11-5, and they will take the 4 seed. So the 3 and 4 seeds have been, well, no, the 3 seed hasn't been locked yet. Arizona, as before, has been. Smirnov was better than Chippendale. I don't care what the QB ratings say. Phil wasn't bad. He didn't make any mistakes, but I just don't think he was all that good. Kamara was very impressive. Josh Jacobs, we just completely abandoned the run at the end of the game, which, honestly, I don't really blame us. KJ Hamler led the game in catches. Eek. Our defense was fine. I mean, Smirnov was contained and Kamara was contained. They were both good. But don't know why all of a sudden you guys suck. A lot of teams, I mean, the weird thing with the OFL, some teams do really good in the first half of the year and then suck in the second half of the year, so it's not just you guys. Alright, so we're going to start the games that don't really matter. Alright, let me pull up the schedule real quick. So we're going to start with the games that both teams are out of the playoffs. So, wow, there really aren't a lot. I don't think there is any game where both teams are mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. That's wild. All 16 games, there are teams that still mathematically have a chance. Both of these teams do. Saints do. Bills do. Both do. Oh, this game does. The Lions are out. Okay, Eagles-Lions. That's like the only totally irrelevant game. Both of these teams still have a mathematical shot. Both of these teams are in. Both of these teams have a shot. Panthers are in. Both of these teams have a very slim shot, but I guess they do at 6 and 9. Thunderbirds are already in, Bucks are in, and the Jets are still fighting. So there's only one game with 0 playoff implications, and that's the Eagles and the Lions. We'll just use all the home teams. So we'll use Detroit here. User UT. I'm just using all the home teams. I don't think users really matter for simcast games. I would hope. If the important games get close at the end, we'll watch. If the not important games get close at the end, we won't watch. Like this game, I'm not going to watch any of it. Yeah, we'll check awards at the end. Eagles have already clinched the #1 pick, so this game doesn't have any tank implications either, keep in mind. Alright, let's do it. Eagles and Lions. Eagles, okay. Okay, Eagles. They're choosing to try now, rather than the first 15 games of the year. No, not Simcast. Okay, this game actually looks kind of close. Not that it matters. Tied at 18. Now tied at 21. Eagles with a last-second touchdown, and they win. So the Eagles finish 3-13. The Lions finish on a long losing streak at 6-10. I won't check all the box scores, unless you guys really want to see some. Actually, I probably should. Yeah, we'll check all the box scores. Okay, so we'll check this game now. So yeah, I'll show box scores.
Tuesday will go well, and you'll be either come Tuesday night or sometime Wednesday.
Can we see picks? Probably in the next roster video. Neither quarterbacks played very well. Wow, Kareem Hunt with a big game. Aaron Nash had a really good end to his standout rookie season. Alright, I think the next game we're going to do is... I think we're going to do Steelers and Chiefs. Because both of those teams probably won't make it. Although it is possible. It's still unlikely. Isaiah Thomas's final game as a Chief, possibly. Ask that you do the Panthers game before your game. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Wait. You guys were 1 seed, right? So, whoever is currently the 1 seed will do their game second. Telling you, I have no late round picks until 2025. If the Panthers lose, you might put all your starters back in. Yeah, I guess I could automate the depth chart. But since you already made your move for Week 17, you can't really change it back now. You have a 2 seed? Okay, so that would mean we would start with your game. Winner of this game still has a slight mathematical shot. What if the Chiefs make the playoffs after all of this? Well, they're doing really well here. Holy smokes, this is a blowout. KC is dominating. Steelers make a nice little comeback here. It's going to be too little too late. How did Isaiah Thomas do in his likely final game? Pretty good, it looks like. 2 touchdowns, no picks. Mookie Gray was solid. He had a pretty good rookie year. Rashad Penny, 2 rushing scores. Calvin Ridley, hello. He had a big game. All right, there we go. Isaiah getting that trade value up. Guessing your game is going to be saved for last? Yes, your game will be towards the end. The 3 games on the poll that didn't win will probably be the last 3. All right, I think we're going to... Do we want to get the AFC East situation out of the way now? See who wins that disaster of a division? Who is currently winning the AFC East? That honor would belong to the Bills. Okay. We'll start with the Jets game. They play Miami. So if the Dolphins win this game, the Bills clinch the East. And if the Jets win, things get interesting. Jazz are currently number 1 team in the West. Jazz are darn good. Spurs are in playoff contention. They've been a surprise. Oh no, I want to use it for Jets, not the Dolphins. Dolphins are in 86. That's sad. Let's see if Riley Painter and company can end their season off strong, playing spoiler. The Dolphins might be the highest rated team in the league, which is sad because they weren't any good this year. Think your team has a chance to win it all? I agree. I think you guys do have a chance. One overall below you guys? Okay, so you guys are better. But still, that's not a large overall difference, but a very big difference in record. All right, the Jets need to win. Well, the Jets could still make it as a wild card with a loss. But they need, in order to win the division, they have to win this game. Think your team might in season 4 or 5? I'd say that's reasonable expectations. High-scoring game so far. Okay, we're in the 3rd quarter, so maybe not as high-scoring as I thought. Jets appear to be in control. The Jets, I think, clinch a playoff spot with a win. And it looks like they'll be in. The New York Jets punch their tickets to the playoffs. Now, is it as a wild card or is it as the 4 seed in winning the East? I don't know. We'll have to see. Beating the Caps, Thunderbirds, or Panthers in the NFC Championship is going to be pretty hard. It sure will. But whoever wins the NFC is definitely going to be the favorite. Wow, Matt Ryan's probably going to win MVP in the game, although he shouldn't. Colts won't be the team. They'll just be that 11-5 team that loses in the wild card. Well, they are 9-6, so they can't go 11-5. Derrick Henry and Preston Williams both play very well. Wow, a lot of sacks for the Jets. 3 for Justin Houston and 3 for Olivier Vernon. I think the Jets could be a sleeper team in the playoffs. All right, so now the Bills have to win to clinch the division. Bills should still make the playoffs regardless. Okay, New England is home, so we'll use your Pats. New England also playing for draft position here. Lose, Bills, lose. Yeah, the Chargers could, well... Yeah, I think a Bills loss would definitely benefit the Chargers. You're right. Oop, wrong button. New England's only an 82. I thought they would have been higher. Evan the chat for Wentz's depth trait. Well, no, I think Wentz only has to be in like the top 3 or 5 or something in one of the categories, not just first. Although Matt Ryan, I think, does lead the league in yards and touchdowns, so his depth probably will go up. With how bad the AFC East has been, it just shows the AFC as a whole is a joke when 2 AFC East teams are probably going to make the playoffs. And so, most likely, the Bills and the Jets will make it. And then the other 2 wild cards, Houston will make it as a wild card. And then the final wild card will be either Jacksonville, but that's unlikely. Maybe the Raiders, maybe the Chargers. So probably the Raiders or Chargers will get that last spot. Defense without DeMarcus Lawrence still have the Diablos to 0 points in watch. So, yeah, that is very impressive. But losing DeMarcus Lawrence could not be too happy. You really don't want to be a 4 seed? No, you won't be the 4 seed because no matter what happens, you'll have a better record. Why are we watching? No. You'll have a better record than whoever wins the AFC East, so the Colts will be most likely either the 3 seed or the 5 seed. I think they could still possibly jump up. Yeah, I didn't mean to watch. That was my bad. I'm used to going into watch mode. If you move the whole NFC West to the AFC, they would make the playoffs. Yes, they would. You lost to the Bills, but oh, you're right. You're right. The Bills could be 9-7. Okay. You are right about that. My bad. Wow, there is no offense here. New England with the field goal. Bills score a touchdown. And Buffalo clinches the AFC East. So, Buffalo wins the East. Finishes the year at 9-7. And they will be hosting probably either the Texans or the Colts. Welcome back, RNP. Cougars lose, you win. You guys probably do get the 2 seed, yeah. You don't want to watch this game? Nobody wants to watch this game. Stafford and Kaepernick were both fine. We got to see Matthew Stafford in a home playoff game. That makes me happy. 4 sacks for Chris Jones, 3 for Stephon Tuitt, 3 for Danielle Hunter, 2 for Nick Bosa. Good Lord. No shortage of defense today. All right. What do we want to do next here? Do you want to do the top seed for the NFC? I think we're going to do top seed for NFC. Yeah, so that means we have the Thunderbirds and the Sentinels. So we'll use their Toronto. Toronto, if a loss, clinches the 2 seed with a win. They still have a shot up a 1 seed. Imagine if the Sentinels lose to Toronto's backups. Yeah, the Chiefs could still make the playoffs. Although it's very unlikely, very outside chance, but there's still a mathematical shot the Chiefs would make it, which would be pretty funny. Time for Toronto's B team to get the dub or L. I mean, they're playing the Sentinels, who suck, so I mean, Toronto's B team can't be that much worse than them. I think Orlando clinches the number 2 overall pick if they lose. So that's pretty significant. I think Orlando should consider quarterback. I don't think Tua Tagovailoa has been all that good for them. Is that snow? Oh, heck yeah! Snowing in Toronto. 2 straight snow games from the Thunderbirds. Sentinels really did take your OFL 20 stars and use it here. Tua, Swift. Didn't you guys have Fournette too? Is that the exact... That's literally the exact same backfield that Washington had last year. I never thought of it that way, but you're right. And Michael Thomas! I never realized this. Holy smokes. Wow, this is a close game. And the Sentinels defeat Toronto's B team, so the Panthers will be the number 1 seed. The NFC will run through Carolina. Toronto gets the 2 seed. So, unless this game decides to disregard tiebreakers and what they've done in the past. Wait, could Toronto get the... No, Toronto gets the 2 seed because they beat the Cavs. Why does Tua always get hurt? I understand he's injury prone, but still. Ben Roseman was solid. 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. Why did Malcolm Brown get 1? Oh, because he got hurt. Okay. That makes sense. Damn you, B team. Y'all are getting it tonight. Wow, a lot of sacks allowed by the backup offensive lineman. 2 for D Ford, 2 for Montez Sweat. Interceptions for Jason McCourty and J.C. Jackson. So Carolina's game is pretty much meaningless now. They play Dallas. Yeah, that game is meaningless, but we'll do that one now. And then we'll get to the really juicy stuff. I think Carolina's home. AFC scared. Yeah, the AFC scared of those 4 teams. That's for sure. You beat the Panthers week 1. Oh yeah, you did. Yeah, I think he meant NFC. I would assume. Nick is not used to trash quarterbacks. He's used to Josh Allen, who is trash. I had to. I was given a layup. When you're given layups, you got to take the layup. Dallas, I imagine, clinches a top 5 pick with a loss. Low-scoring game so far. I mean, Dallas beats all the good teams, but they're not seeming to do well here against Carolina. 24-10 now. All right, so it is official. After being like the 3 seed and winning the OFL Bowl last year, Carolina will get to be the 1 seed this year. All Nick's FGFL players are trash quarterbacks. He knows all about them. Here's Cam Newton and Mitchell Trubisky. Yeah, that was a majority of his OFL 20 success until Marquise Way got traded. Been a Washington fan your whole life. What's the difference? Baker played very well. J.K. Dobbins back from injury. So Dallas finishes 5-11. All right, so which games do we want to do next now is the question. I think we're going to do the AFC games first because the NFC is more interesting. I think we're going to do Houston and Chicago now. I'm pretty sure the Cougars are home. So the Cougars clinch for 1 seed with a win. And if the Cougars win, not only do they clinch for 1 seed, but I believe the Colts clinch for division. I could be wrong. Disrespect to Forest Highway besides the Niners game. You sure about that, Chief? Think Smirnoff has a chance to end up in the OFL Hall of Fame? He's certainly on pace. Although he's only been in the league 2 years, he's been darn good in both of those years. I love how Jordan Reed's for notable tight end. He has 8 catches. Well, Troutman's been the starter. I don't know if he's healthy. Ooh, I wonder how Colbert plays today now that he's back. Just realized that. Two teams that will be in the postseason, the Texans and the Cougars. Both teams playing for seeding. Columbus gets for 1 seed with a win. Houston stays alive in the division with a win. Chicago appears to be doing well earlier. The Cougars did host the AFC Championship last year. Keep in mind, they were the 2 seed. Who was the 1 seed last year? I don't remember. No, the Cougars were the 1 seed. That's right. So Chicago will be the 1 seed 2 years in a row. Why did I think they were a 2 seed? So the Cougars and the Panthers are the top seed. Zachy and Colbert was not good. Now, it won't cost us... Did he get hurt again? Okay, it doesn't say he's hurt, but that's odd that Ross got a few snaps. Looks like Chicago really ran the ball well. Joe Mixon and Kerryon both played well. Alright, so this leaves us with about 5 or 6 games left. I think all these games are really the teams fighting for playoff spots. Dang, so 3 or 4 seed. That's what it looks like, yeah. Unless the game gives Houston the division, which I don't think it would if you guys were to lose today. Which, again, I think you guys would win the division regardless. Alright, which game do we want to do next? That's the question. Bengals-Bucks isn't very interesting. We'll do that one. I saw the Bengals. I figured, who the hell are they playing? Who does Baltimore play again? Hold on. Let's see here. They played New Orleans. Okay, we'll save that game towards the end. Yeah. Well, we're going to do the Bengals and the Bucks now. Tampa Bay officially clinches with a win. With a loss, they should still get in. Tampa Bay officially gets to the 5 seed. So if the Bucks win, then that means we have a first-round matchup of the Bucks and the Cardinals. That's a really fun game. I would be very excited to watch that game. This is why the Colts should have been before? What do you mean? No, the Colts game is still important because they play the Raiders, who are fighting for a wild card spot. So that game is still super important. You don't know who to root for? This game isn't really that important for you guys. So, welcome back, Boom. We've not gotten to your game yet. So, I guess good timing. This game is important for Boomy, though, because of draft position with the Bengals. The Ravens should pick higher than the Bengals, but when should the wild cards games be? Sometime this week, I don't really know yet. But the winter sports season for school is pretty much done, so that means I'm going to have a lot more free time over the next, month. Which means there are going to be more days I'm able to stream now. Wow, the Bengals have a big run. They look like they're going to win this game. The Bucks score. We're in overtime. Hold on. Stop. I want to go normal. Okay. Cincinnati scored a field goal. The Bucks have it at the 30, though. Love sacked by Ngakoue. The Bucks do clinch with a tie. Keep that in mind. I think Tampa Bay still gets the 5 seed even if they tie. So a tie for the Bucks is pretty much a win. So the Bucks have to play to not lose. Doesn't matter if they win, they just can't lose. Intercepted by Bernard Jerk McKinney. Wow. They're going to win. The Bengals are going to win the game. Wait, what just happened? Did the Bengals win? The Bengals just kicked the field goal. Why didn't it say so? Oh well. Get it all done in less than 2 weeks. That's a plan. I'd like to get it done within around 2 weeks. Oh my word, Jordan Love nearly threw for 500 yards and 4 touchdowns. Holy smokes. Maybe you shouldn't have gone 2-4 in the division. It might be a higher seed. Yeah, it's true. You're probably... Well, I guess the Bucks are probably a Super Bowl contender, yeah. Unless the Bucks don't get the 5 seed, which is now a realistic possibility since they lost. Tampa Bay could still miss the playoffs, which would be crazy, because they should. The Bucks deserve to get in. He threw it 60 times. Yeah, that's a lot. For 8-minute quarters. Should have thought about winning more games. What a revolutionary idea. Okay, so now this gets to the fun. Jordan Love's going to be a 90 after upgrades. Wow. Alright. So we have, I think 4 or 5 left. And these are the super important games. Steamers, Packers, Saints, Ravens, Raiders, Colts, Bulldogs, Titans, Chargers, Niners. I want to save Chargers and Niners and Raiders, Colts for the end. We're going to start with Saints, Ravens because that's the least interesting since the Ravens aren't any good. The Saints should clinch with a win. What if the Ravens end up winning? The Saints are the most sneaky back-to-back playoff team because remember, they did it last year. You know who else deserves to be in the playoffs? The Chiefs. I mean, the Chiefs could still get in. I don't know if I'd say they deserve it, though. Just saying, just sitting here crying, I really have to play 3 good teams when you could have been higher seed by not going 2-4 in the division. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, Husker. The Cardinals should have been better in division if they wanted to get a higher seed. But, I mean, to be fair, Noob, you'd still have to play all those teams. I mean, assuming the divisional round has 4 of these 5 teams, let's say. The Cardinals, the Thunderbirds, the Panthers, the Caps, and the Bucks. Those are all Super Bowl contenders, so you'd have to play them all anyway. Time to see your team get smacked. What if Josh Lambo wins again and knocks the Saints out of the playoffs? Got ourselves another snowy game, too. The only way you get in is if the Chargers lose. I think you're right. I think you need the Chargers and the Raiders to lose, actually. And even so, I don't know if you still get in that way. Wow, New Orleans is dominating. So the Saints are in the play. The Saints could finish as a higher seed than the Bucks. Okay, Tampa Bay missing the playoffs is actually starting to become a more realistic possibility than anybody thought it could be. Did Jimmy Garoppolo just go crazy again? Yeah, it looks like he did. So Jimmy Garoppolo is red hot. Garoppolo's been so average this year, but the last 3 weeks, he's literally turned into the second coming of Patrick Mahomes. So, the Saints are probably in, I think. Who would be higher between New Orleans and Tampa Bay? What are the Packers? Don't worry, we'll get to the Packers. You would much rather play... I would much rather play the Saints, too. I mean, I don't trust that Jimmy Garoppolo is going to stay on this tear, especially in watched. Josh Lambo has 3 skill points. He can make him a 15 overall quarterback. Okay, who's listed higher between New Orleans and Tampa Bay? Here, let's go this way. On this screen, it says the Bucks, but it might be the previous order. Yeah, okay, so this order hasn't changed. So, Bucks being ahead of the Saints doesn't really matter. Alright, so we have, what, 3 games now? Steamers, Packers, Raiders, Colts, Bulldogs, and the Chargers, Niners. Okay. We'll start with London and Tennessee. I think the order I'm going to do is London, Titans. Which game do I think we're going to do Packers and Steamers next. Then I think Chargers, Niners, and then I think Colts, Raiders. I think that's what we're going to do. Maybe I'll save Chargers and Niners for last. I don't know. You know, we're not watching any more games. These are all being simmed. Do skill points get whipped after changing position? Well, you can move Josh Lambo back to kicker now, and then you can give him his points that way, unless you want to keep him the quarterback. Saints is the team you want Nick to face because you think they have the best chance of beating him. I mean, if the Saints stay hot, so technically the Bulldogs should clinch with a win, according to Madden's playoff bracket. Tennessee still has a very small mathematical chance. Very small. A lot of field goals. London now starting to pull away. Yeah, this game looks like it's about over. The London Bulldogs likely punch their ticket into the playoffs. The Bucks missing is a very realistic possibility now. Deshaun Watson was good. Teddy was not. Titans are officially out. If the Niners win, do they get in over the Bucks? That's my question now. Bradley Chubb, 2.5 sacks. Leighton Vander Esch with 2 picks. Did the Niners and Bucks play this year? I think they did. Saints is... Oh, I already heard that message. I'm done. You'll cry if the Bulldogs win it all. That'd be funny. That'd be funny if anything. Yeah, we only have one more NFC game. Oh, no, Packers and Steamers. That's right. Okay, hold on. Let me see if the Bucks played the Niners. And then Bucks and Packers, too. Hold on. Bucks finished the year on a 3-game losing streak. They lost to the Niners. Okay, and they did not play the Packers. Did the Niners play the Packers now? The Niners had the tiebreakers over both the Packers and the Bucks thanks to weeks 1 and 2. So San Francisco should get in with a win. All right, we'll use it for Packers. The Steamers are officially out, by the way. With the Saints winning, the Steamers, I believe, are done. Actually, well, hold on. Yeah, no, because the Saints and Bulldogs have won. So, yeah, the Steamers are out. The Niners really have all the right tiebreakers. So, San Francisco wins, they should be in. So, we're going to do this game. Then we'll do Colts and Raiders next. And then we'll save San Francisco Chargers for the end. So, we're definitely losing because of the EA. The Packers need to win in order to get in. I don't think the Packers have the right tiebreakers, though. I could be wrong. But Green Bay has to win this game if they still want a chance. Remember the last year of OFL 20 when there were like 6 teams fighting for one wild card spot and they gave it to the CPU team? That was funny. Can the Packers keep their playoff hopes alive, or can the Steamers play spoiler? Okay, Green Bay's doing well early. The Packers, remember, were 1 seed last year. Okay, Green Bay. Up by 10. Steamers make it down to 1 possession. Packers quickly score, though. This game looks over. No, maybe not. Packers score field goal. Okay, so despite a late effort by Memphis, Green Bay is 9-7. So now there are 4 NFC teams at 9-7. The Bucks, the Packers, the Bulldogs, and the Saints. At least one of those teams misses the playoffs. The Snowhawks are officially done, by the way. And the Rams are too. Had divisional tiebreakers over all 3 teams, wildcard tiebreakers over both Tampa Bay and Green Bay, and you're 99% sure you're missing. Well, if you guys lose, then you will miss, yeah. Aaron Rodgers only threw 26 passes compared to Easton's 56. All right, so now we have 2 more games to go. Colts, Raiders. Raiders, if they win, they're probably in. Colts playing for seedings. And then the Niners and the Chargers. Both teams probably have to win in order to get in. Imagine being nervous right now, facts. I think we're guaranteed to most likely play the Jets. The Jets for Raiders or the Chargers. We should win those games, but you never know. Okay, I think the Colts are home. I think it's Colts and the Niners. Okay, so the Colts and Niners are the home teams. Colts officially clinched the AFC South with a win, although they should have the AFC South anyway. Raiders pretty much have to win in order to get in, although it's still mathematically possible they get in with a loss. It's just very unlikely. Congrats on the dub, by the way, bro. I'm really curious to see who wins that Niners-Chargers game. And this game, too. You have no idea who you could play? Yeah, who knows who you guys would play? So you guys are going to get the 2 seed. So you could play one of those 9-7 teams. Who really knows which one? All right. Can the Raiders possibly get in? Can we have 3 AFC West teams make it? Raiders up early. They're doing well. Colts storm right back. 17-14. Raiders have the field goal at the end of the half. Colts with the field goal. Very close game. Raiders have a touchdown. That pretty much does it. So at 8-8, the Raiders are probably in, and the Colts could fall to 4 or 5, although that's very unlikely. Any NFC team would be the favorite of the AFC. Yeah, all 4 division titles will be the favorites here. Eddie Small was great. Jared Goff played pretty well, too. Ito Smith, what happened to Saquon? Uh-oh. Saquon Barkley is hurt. That's bad news. Why are there so many sacks this week? Jerron Reed had 3. All right, San Francisco and the Chargers. So with the Raiders winning now, both of these teams have to win in order to get in. So at least one of San Francisco and San Diego don't get in. There's a shot both of them miss. There's not a shot both of them make. Would you prefer Drew Lock or a rookie quarterback? Probably a rookie. I mean, Eddie Small and Phil Chippendale are definitely better than Lock. All right, final game of the regular season. Niners and Chargers. Loser is out. Winner is more likely than not in. It'll be the most Husker-like thing ever to win this game, have all the tiebreakers they need to get in, and still not get in. So I am fully expecting a San Francisco win and the Niners not to make the playoffs. Of the 3 teams we could face, of the Jets, Raiders, and Chargers, I would prefer not to play the Chargers. Of that group, actually, I don't know. I think they're all pretty even, so I guess it doesn't really matter. We did beat the Chargers in a watch game earlier this year. I don't know who I would want to play. The Jets, I feel like, could be really dangerous, but I just don't trust them. The Raiders, we've never seen the Raiders in a watch game, so I just really don't know. You don't really want to play SF? Yeah, I wouldn't want to play the Niners if I was you either. All right, here we go. The game of the day. Niners start off with a touchdown. Chargers on top. Niners immediately answer back. Niners with a field goal. Chargers with a touchdown. We're tied at 17. Okay, stop the sim. We're going to go slower. Chargers lead by 3. Niners have it at the LA 34, though. So this is literally anyone's game. Now they have it at 10. 2nd and 2. Touchdown, Niners. They lead with 7 minutes to go. We will. Don't worry. This is EA after all. You're not wrong. Chargers are moving it. Uh-oh. They have it at 21. 3rd and 10. 11 yards for Kittle. That's big. Denny Snell touchdown. Chargers take the lead with 5 minutes to go. Can Dak Prescott lead his team down the field? 3rd and 1. 20 yards for Randy Baldwin. 12 for Vernon Carter. Niners in field goal range. All they need is a field goal to tie it. This has been a good drive from Dak. 3rd and 5. 12 for Carter. Vernon Carter is quite good for tight ends in this game. Not just rating and depth rate wise, but, I mean, he does well in the sim. 2nd and goal, 1 yard for Gaskin. 3rd and goal, incomplete. 4th and goal from the 5. They're going to kick. But this would be an interesting call if they didn't kick. Okay, Phil Barrett makes it. Are the Saints now a CPU team? No, but their coach isn't very active. Chargers have it with an opportunity to win. 3rd and 6. They don't get it. Niners with a stop. Yeah, I think if both teams tie, by the way, they both are eliminated. They both have to win. Niners immediately are stopped thanks to a what-a-punt by the Chargers. This game looks like it could go into overtime. Ooh, they have it in enemy territory. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Chargers. Uh-oh. LA leads with 4 seconds. All right, we're watching the Hail Mary. This is it. For the Niners' playoff hopes. If the Chargers win, they probably make it. What in the hell? Dak, what are you doing? So the Niners are eliminated for postseason contention just like that, and the Chargers at 8-8 probably get in. So now we have a three-way tie between the Chargers, the Jets, and the Raiders. Two of those teams are in, one is out. And EA decides to hate Husker once more. In the NFC, there are 4 9-win teams. The Bucks, the Saints, the Bulldogs, who's the other one? And the Packers. One of those teams will miss, the other 3 will make. Dak is getting the F off the team in the offseason. That's like the only reason why you were still alive, though. Dak, I think, had a really good year. I mean, if you can upgrade, go, but I don't know if I would do that. No NFC West teams make it. Your Super Bowl run is much more likely. Yeah, with how good the NFC West is, only one team is making the playoffs. The other 3 killed each other off pretty much. Well, I guess the Niners didn't get killed because they won all their division games for the most part. But those all finished 8-8. All right. So who will end up missing? Here we go. Maybe you should beat Ian more than once. Just a thought. Shots fired. Okay. Are you guys ready to see who missed and who's in? All right, here we go. The Raiders are out, and the Packers are out. Wow. Okay. Diablos, Chargers, Bills, Jets, Colts, Texans. Ooh, that's a fun game. In the NFC, Thunderbirds, Saints, Caps, Bucks, and Cardinals, Bulldogs. Arizona got so lucky here. Wow. All right, there we go. So the Packers and Raiders are... I would have liked to see the Raiders in a watch game. And I would have preferred the Packers made it over, like, the Bulldogs or something. Wait, you're trading me to San Fran? What? Think you would have gotten Toronto had you won? Oh, yeah, you're probably right. Why do you guys say... Yeah, the Caps got screwed. Saints was one of the teams you wanted to play just because you know how bad you can beat them. Okay, so let's start with the draft pick. So the Eagles get 1, Dallas 2, Ravens 3, Dolphins 4, Pats 5. Wow. Nobody over 500 missed the playoffs except for the Green Bay Packers. That's unlucky. All right, we're going to show awards, and then I'll show the re-signings for people who want to see them and didn't get them last time. Players of the Week, Garoppolo, IT, Van Der Esch, and Chris Jones. They're going to give it to Matt Ryan, aren't they? Yep, Matt Ryan, OFL MVP. I think our ballot's going to look like Jordan Love, Carson Wentz, Phil Chippendale, Alexei Smirnov, maybe Dak. IT finished in 9th? I don't think he should have been in the top 10. I think Mahomes will be in the ballot. Mr. Rob, Coach of the Year. Matt Ryan, Offensive Player of the Year. Depoy goes to Joe Schobert. Phil Chippendale, Offensive Rookie of the Year. I might make a separate video for stats. Actually, no, I can show them now. Matt Ryan, best quarterback, best running back, Saquon Barkley, who might be injured going into the playoffs. I think that Colts Houston game is probably the best of the week, to be honest. I'm really curious to see who wins that. How is Smirnoff 7th? I have no clue. I have no clue. He should be way higher. How is Mahomes not even in the top 10 for NFC Offensive Player of the Year? What? Yet you have Deshaun Watson in there? Watson was not good. Patrick Queen won Defensive Player of the Year out of nowhere. It was Xavier Howard and Aaron Donald the whole time at the top. They didn't even finish in the top 2. Where is Mahomes in best quarterback? Not in there. That's unbelievable to me. That's wild. Deshaun Watson's literally not good in this league. And I don't know why that's the case, but he's just not good. Alright, let's take a look at stats, and then I'll show injuries, and then re-signings for people who want to see them. Yeah, Dak only threw 6 picks. He was really good. Ryan had the most yards. He probably tied with touchdowns. Yeah, with Jordan Love. Chip was in 3rd. He might go up to X. That would be pretty nice. I mean, Mahomes' numbers aren't that crazy. They're not that much better than Daniel Jones. Do we consider Daniel Jones on the MVP ballot? Cougars numbers, by the way, he only threw 4 interceptions. Wow. Rip Wentz X Factor. Yeah, it does not look like he'll... I mean, yeah, I don't think he will. Who had the most interceptions? Matt Ryan? Matt Ryan had the Triple Crown. Most yards, touchdowns, and interceptions. That's OFL Matt Ryan for you. He went down on his interceptions by a lot compared to last year, though. So there's that. Tom Brady, 100% completion percentage. The highest among active starters was Wentz and Smirnov. Phil Riddle only threw 6 passes. Can Phil Riddle start somewhere, please, next year? I would like to see that. What else are we doing today? Just going over stats and injuries and stuff. Wentz had the highest passer rating by actually kind of a lot. So, I don't think Wentz gets X Factor, but I suppose it's possible. Who got sacked the most? I'm actually interested to see this. Garoppolo and Stafford. Goff was really high. Isaiah Thomas was as well. Notice all the, for the most part, a lot of the good quarterbacks aren't up here, with a few exceptions. Where's Chippendale? Only 24. Mahomes only 19. Rodgers only 19. Burrow 17. The rushing champ is Christian McCaffrey. Smirnoff deserves superstar dev. I agree. Who else? Who had the highest rating? That was Wentz. For quarterback rating. Zeke gets the most touchdowns. Okay, I want to see something real quick. How many fumbles did Malcolm Tremblay have? He had 1. How about that? The receiving champ, most yards, is Chris Godwin by quite a lot, actually. Most receptions is A.J. Brown by a country mile. Buags did cause the lone fumble, that's right, yeah. So Malcolm Tremblay did not fumble it once in a sim game. Corey Davis had the most touchdowns. Aaron Nash had a really good rookie year. Holy smokes. I knew his numbers were good. I didn't realize they were that good. Who allowed the most sacks? Mekhi Becton. Why does that not surprise me? Mekhi Becton is not good in this game, which is a shame because he's really good in real life. Who had most sacks? Aaron Donald with 16.5. We'll do it by conference. Garrett only had 11. He was really quiet the second half of the year. In the NFC, it was Donald. Toronto did not have a skill position player over 1,000 yards. Wow. Because you guys have so many. Xavier Howard was the interceptions champion. Didn't Travion Henderson have like all 4 of his picks after like week 4? Hold on. By the end of week 4, he had like 4 interceptions. Yeah, I was right. He had them all by week 4. And he still finished tied for first. All right, let's show injuries. And then whoever did not see their re-signings and would like to see re-signings, put prickly pineapple in the chat. I think last time I did pineapple pizza. If you want to see your re-signings and you didn't, put prickly pineapple. The Jets have no injuries going into the playoffs. The Panthers have J.J. Watt, but he'll be back for their first playoff game. Saints with a few injuries going into their game. Derwin James is out for 11 weeks. That injury happened today. No new injuries for Toronto. Oh, you said you wanted me to cut Wendell Smallwood, didn't you? I don't think it'll let me because he's on IR. Can I take him off IR? Because I know Nick said he wanted me to. Okay, let's do that now before I forget. All right, Pro, Pepperjack, Nick. I'll just Boomy. I'll just do it in order of when you guys said it. That'll be easiest. We want the Thunderbirds. Pineapple pizza. And then the chat for Wendell Smallwood. All right, where were we? I think we were at like the top of the list. Bills have a few injuries going into their game. The Bills finishes the 3 seed. That kind of surprises me. None for the Bulldogs. Caps are still banged up, but no new injuries. Cardinals. DeMarcus Lawrence is not injured here. Wow. Nothing for the Chargers. Saquon is done for the year. Oh boy. That's a big deal. Did we get an injury all year? I don't think we did. Who do we start with again? I think the Niners. All right. So the first prickly pineapple was Pro. We're going to do the re-signings, and then I think that will end. Oh, I can't show them in the playoffs, can I? No. Okay. I do have a previous... I can just open up a previous save. Hold on. Don't worry. I still know how to do this. Because I have 3 OFL saves. So, don't worry, we're good. Does your Bulldogs Cardinals... Yeah, we watch all the playoff games. So, we won't be having any polls until next season because we watch all the playoff games. And the only playoff game we don't sim is the OFL Bowl. Even if the OFL Bowl turns into a blowout, we don't sim it. All the other games can be simmed. Alrighty, Chargers. Not a whole lot of guys here. Arnold. Chargers really aren't getting hit too hard. Who's next? Pepperjack. What am I doing? There we go. Okay. Hopefully you're no triple over. Yes, hopefully no triple overtimes, like that Dallas game last year. Who was that against? Was that against Memphis? Yeah, it was Dallas and Memphis. Okay, there are a few good players there. The Steamers. All right, next is Arizona, and then Baltimore. Alright, so how I think I'm going to do the playoffs is we're probably going to split it into 2 streams for the wild card round. We're going to do 3 games per stream. Divisional round I might split into 2, so that would be 2 games per stream. And then conference championships will be together, OFL will be together. So I think that would be 6 streams? I'm not entirely sure of what dates exactly, but hopefully we get it done within, I'd say, the next 2 weeks. Alright, there we go. So that will end today's stream. Nearly 3 hours. This was a long one, which I guess makes sense because we covered a lot today. Hope you guys enjoyed nonetheless. Playoffs coming up. So, yeah. I'll see you guys later. Peace.